So I got a free fidget spinner after doing a chlamydia test.
I got one for downloading a taxi app.
What?
There we go.
I didn't even have to do a sex test.
What was it? Fake taxi? Alright, love, where do you want to go?
No, it was that precious.
He's fucking commenting on the fake taxi porn.
Oh, you wanna go down to fucking Brighton, do you? Well, you're gonna have to suck my cock.
No, they just like download this app and we'll give you a free fidget spinner. I went, okay, cool, and then I took the fidget spinner and deleted the app.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
There's a goose outside my window and it sounds like it's choking. Mood.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
This is insanity.
Already, this is a mess.
Yeah.
A beautiful mess.
God help me. Yeah, so you guys yeah, Will, can you please make me a perception check at disadvantage, please?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, so nothing seems out of the ordinary for you.
Okay.
Well, anyway, yeah. So after you had that encounter back at the Shining White burial mound, you had been deceived by the Cloud Giantess, it seemed, as she made off with the porcelain mask you had unearthed, by using the image of your father, it seemed, to get you to encounter him. You have been feeling...
Daddy wasn't there.
Yeah. He went out for a pack of cigarettes and...
Never came back.
No.
Sounds about real life, to be fair.
Oh.
Real.
It's right, you can laugh at that. I do.
But yeah, you had been really put off by this, and you had like cursed and spit nasty venom, and you're kind of feeling it now in your voice as you've been yelling and screaming your face off, and now your throat has suffered a bit from all that.
Yep. Nani.
Yeah. It seemed like the griffins had attacked your wagon quite a bit, but Trey's takes the reins, and it seems like everything's still reasonably in order. Importantly, all the piggies are fine.
Yes. That's the only thing that matters.
Yes, we all cared all much about the piggies.
The only thing went to defend them.
Yeah. And you had a bit of a frustrating night out, it seems. But your heading... It's okay. Your heading is clear, though. Your goal is to get over to the Grey Peak Mountains, where the stone giants that had messed up Rhiannon's druidic circle had gone back to.
Quick thing. Our journey was, I think, go over to Everland, then go down to Waterdeep, then go over to the Grey Mountains, right, or whatever.
If you want to, that's totally fine.
I think that was what we were going to do, right?
That's up to you guys as the players.
I was very inebriated last week, so I can't really remember.
Oh dear, I don't remember either.
I'm pretty sure that's what we were going to do anyway, but if it has changed since then we'll just go straight there, but I don't know.
Either way, some amount of south and some amount of west-easterly direction is required of you. How you do that is up to you. But you've got a long road to trek, and you need to start trekking.
Start trekking.
Sure.
Mush horses.
What's that?
Mush horses.
Oh, yeah. It's just the one horse, mind you. You don't have like a whole pack. It's just one little horse.
It's just the one killer, actually.
But yeah, it's just the one horse. And yeah, Trees, it seems like under your handling, the horse seems pretty compliant for you. And it moves along quite steadily. You figure it won't tire out for like a good long while. Anyway, you make your way south, following the Serbian River. Serbian River, rather.
Welcome to Serbian River. Come down to Yata on the Serbian River.
Because now you're getting into September to October months in this world, so things are getting quite cold now.
So we were like November.
Oh, well, you've been traveling for quite a few number of days. It's definitely getting towards September to October now.
We were already in September when we set off.
When was the last time you were keeping track of days?
Well, it's on the side, isn't it? It was like, when we went up there, it was like the 22nd of September or something, when we initially went up to the Eye of the Allfather.
Right, and it has been quite a number of days since.
Yeah, so
You've
I
at
think
least
it's like
passed
October,
into the
like
next
November
month at
now,
least.
Something, yeah.
Anyway, it's still very cold up here, and it's all trading down southwardly now. However, you guys are still pretty speedy in terms of moving about in this world. So, anyway,
Don't go fast.
you make your way south, and basically, do you follow the river?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, oh god.
Okay.
Saren, can you turn into a boat?
I don't think no.
I wild
Okay,
shape
cool.
into
Just
boats.
checking. Yeah. You like
Boats
Mrs.
are
Incredible,
an animal.
Elastigirl.
Oh, yeah.
That creeps me out.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. She's got the fucking head as like the fucking front part of the ship. Oh, weird.
Okay, so, you arrive to a place called Mornbryn's Shield, a village on the western fringe of the Evermoors. It's taken its name from the rocky horseshoe ridge that forms a natural rampart along the west and south sides of the settlement, protecting it against floods when the Mornbryn River swells in the spring. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, okay. So basically, you guys spend a day, or rather 2 days, trekking along in your little wagon, feeding your piglies and what have you. And you do get to this town, basically. You make your way around the main, like cliff face that's siding against the river. In fact, if I look at it really closely, it's actually on the other side of the river. So you actually do a crossing over the river to Mornbryn's Shield, where you're now stepping over the boundary line to the Evermoors, rather. So, with that being said, what's people's first order of business?
Oh. Right. So what is it? Just a little village, that's all?
It's a bit of a bigger than little village. It's so all
Just
these...
like a town.
Yeah.
What's the population so we can figure it out?
Well, the population for a village is something along like 5,000 or so. I mean, I don't know what that honking was, but a village actually does number in the thousands or so. But what's more, all these like small outposts like Yarta, Calling Horns, Orlostin's Hold, Everland, Sylvie Moon, Nesme, they all are key points that basically surround the Evermoors. Somebody roll me history or nature for information on the Evermoors.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, so Alex, with your particular schooling as a wizard, the Evermoors are notorious boggy marshes that are well known for their notable trolls. Now, trolls are nasty critters because whenever you chop off a limb of theirs, it will more than nothing grow back. A troll can be obliterated, but if even so much as an arm is left, it will grow back from it. And these boggy marshes are notorious for housing them. It takes fire to kill them, which is why they love the cold marshes, so they're always surrounded by water. And to save...
White Walk.
Well, no. I mean, maybe yes, but White Walkers don't regrow back.
Well, the white. Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, so it's kind of up to the main like elven delegations of Sylvie Moon and Nesme, to some of the more human settlements down to Mornbryn's Shield, Yartar, and Calling Horns, to make sure that the Evermore Way and the road that follows it is basically patrolled to make sure nothing spawns out of there that threatens the surrounding regions. So even a small village like this still is nicely swelled up with patrols of units of soldiers that go around every so bi-weekly and whatnot, you know? So there's plenty going around. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Again, what are people's order of business?
Well, we're just sort of like in a place right now, aren't we? Like, we're just here. What is there to do here?
Well, there's information checking up. You could start a rumor if you wanted to. This is basically, if you have your Dungeon Master guides, this is basically me telling you that you can get into downtime activity. Essentially,
Okay.
Mr. Wizard.
I need some magic paper. I need some magic ink, and I need at least 10 hours.
Yeah. So Mr. Wizard
in my room.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard is basically requesting that he gets some downtime to sort out some spells that he's wanting to tinker on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. So that's my order of business. I'm also going to request access to the cash flow.
I'm a train.
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you? How much do you need?
A lot.
Oh, don't know if I can do that for you, mate.
So I think we had decided that it was going to take, what was it? It was 100 per spell level.
500 gold should cover the time cost.
And it should cover the material cost as well. You remember?
I think so. Yeah.
Just to go back to your spell casting bit, remember, and check out those details.
I've just got it out, and I'm fighting with paperwork.
Okay. Well, while
Toruh here we go.
Yeah, go on.
Each level of the spell, it takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold pieces. Cost represents material components I expend as I experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine links I need to record it.
There you go.
I need at least 10 hours, and 10 times 50 is 500.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Oh, might be a bit tight there. Oh, I don't know. Interest, and then maybe that's fine.
I'm a noble. I'm rich.
Well, not on
I'll
the
pay
road,
you
you're
back.
Oh, no, that you could do. Especially since you are probably heading home. Will, I may need to ask you to be on push to talk. I'm sorry to ask that, but just with the coughing and whatnot. But anyway, yeah. So
I'm minus 300, by the way, off of the thingy goal.
I need
500, sorry.
Brilliant. So
500, mate.
Yeah.
Sugar Daddy Toruh backs and supports his noble wizard that needs the funds. Seven, what do you get up to?
I get up to nothing, Rihanna.
I suppose you get up to playing D&D.
Yes,
Also,
true.
as a side note, I just go down to see the horse at the beginning of every day.
So I've got the downtime activities open. So some of the things that you guys might choose to be getting up to can include building a stronghold, carousing, crafting a magic item, which I believe Trace is essentially doing right now, as a spell scroll is a magic item.
That's what carousing means.
Running a business, performing a sacred rite, selling some magic items. Yeah, that's all possible. Sowing some rumors, and training to get level. So, So, what level are you? Yeah, so...
I'll be right back.
9. We're all 9, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should all be level 9.
Someone like Toruh could train, and he could spend 40 gold pieces a day over 20 days to level up from level 9 to level 10.
Did someone say train?
Yeah. So there is training to gain levels, and in these cases, you could spend 20 days spending 40 gold pieces a day, I believe, and then you can ascend from level 9 to level 10.
Yeah, but again, that's 20 days that we don't have.
Or 20 days, you'd just be bored and not getting around places. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I might save it for now, but yeah, hang on. I'll be right back. I'll be a minute or so.
No worries. But I mean, I think some of you guys are sitting on some magic items that you don't particularly need or want. Rowan, you're sitting on a loot that, while magical, isn't really especially fun for you, and you're not quite fond of it. So you might consider selling that and just tidying up your inventory.
Good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just do it. Can I go to like a shop and see how much I'd get for it?
So in this case, it's an antiques it's an antiques fair basically for you, and you're doing a little bit of a garage sale. You don't set up a business and you don't go to a buyer. You advertise that you're selling on eBay essentially. You're an independent seller, and so you figure that this would be the best way to sell a magic item that you do via a jobs posting. You know, in the newspaper, in the town square. You figure, along with the swords for hire, you could post up a magic loot for sale. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Seems like the best way to go about it.
Fair dues, then Rowan will do exactly that. Would they be able to use their charisma to boost the chance of a decent sale? Maybe, barter for a good price, maybe?
Yeah, so I've got information here, and I'll read it out to you.
Okay.
For each sellable item, the character makes a DC intelligence investigation check to find buyers. Another character can use his or her downtime to assist with the search, granting advantage on the check. On a failed check, no buyer for the item is found after the search that lasts 10 days. On a successful check, a buyer for the item is found, and the number of days based on the item's rarity. So I believe, what item do you have? What is the loot? I believe it's just an uncommon thing.
It's a DOS loot.
Yeah, it's uncommon.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Alright then, so uncommon. You're looking you could get, okay, so first roll me a d6.
Okay, hang on.
And no worry, Alex, you're good.
A d6.
Yeah. Okay then. So basically, yeah, okay, cool. So then, I would like you, for multiple items once. Yeah, okay. So I would like you then, please, to roll me a D100 flat, no pluses or minuses.
Okay.
$53.
Close.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
So, Shovelly Joe actually finds you on the first day, and he's like, I'll offer you 50 gold pieces for that there loot. I fancy myself a bit of a fiddler of the musical instruments. He comes to you at... Yeah, maybe. He looks like the type, but he comes to you while you're at the tavern, while, you've done this item posting and you said, come find me here, and he's offering to pay it off you for 50 gold pieces, which is a tenth of the price. Really.
Can I roll persuasion to up the price?
Certainly, but you'll have to roleplay it as well.
While that is a generous offer, this is no ordinary loot. If you look closely, look at the designs. Handcrafted absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't give it away myself unless I absolutely had to, and I will be sad to see it go, but look how beautiful it is. And you may find there is a bit of a surprise in it as well. The sound it creates, the acoustics are absolutely amazing.
What's the surprise?
Well, why don't you take it off my hands for a better price and you can see for yourself?
Ooh, make a charisma check with advantage.
Hang on.
It's made of it's made of orphans.
Shh, don't tell them that.
Not the orphan looked.
Charisma.
Ah, brilliant.
Hot damn, Max. That's a good roll.
Yeah. So he goes up and goes, alright then, 100 gold pieces. And there's a guy on the other side of the stall that just has his head peeking up from behind it as he goes, I'll pay it for 250.
Rowan's gonna look at the other guy and be like, can you make a better offer?
Rowan, as you turn around, you notice that this is somebody that you actually recognize.
Ooh, who?
I need to find that awesome image that you did, which I have not uploaded. That's a shame. I should have gone on. Do it. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh god, no.
Oh shit. Tingle again. It's returned.
No, it's not
All
Tingle.
of Rowan's exes were just Tingle in various disguises.
That would have been amazing. That's an
Oh my
amazing idea.
That sounds like a series of unfortunate events to me.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
I mean, to date the same guy over and over and
Alright,
over and not to know it's him.
So yes.
Since some of Rowan's ex-partners are also girls, and so it's like,
Well, this
Don't have
one
it, manager.
isn't. I've forgotten the name, but this one is your no. It is your tiefling friend.
Chiron!
Yeah, the very same.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, Rowan's gonna be like, oh my. Hello there. Yeah. Just bearing in mind that this guy is like gorgeous, I will like upload the picture.
If you can send it to Discord, I can immediately upload it.
Yeah, we'll do.
As you
will
like roleplay
post
this
it.
out.
In the meantime, just imagine this very.
It's pinned on the Discord, by the way.
I know, but I have like all of them combined. I don't have an individual one of him.
I don't have like a thing, but he's the one on the side.
Far right,
anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sticking his tongue out like a bad boy because he's a tiefling.
Oh, yes, that is indeed him. So handsome.
Yeah.
Sorry, where was that? So Rowan's gonna be like, well, it has been a while, hasn't it? Where have you been?
I don't think I'm allowed to tell you.
Oh my, always so mysterious.
You know it.
Well, we can catch up in a bit, but you did make a very good offer just now. Would you be able to up it a little bit? I am looking for quite a bit for this. It's a really nice loot.
I could up it to 500 gold pieces, or I could just offer you an evening of my time instead.
Well, as much as I would love to catch up with you all evening again, this money will be going towards me and my friends.
He interrupts you by throwing a coin purse over his shoulder to your table, and it sounds heavier than 500 gold pieces.
Why, thank you, darling. And in return, Rowan's just gonna pass him the loot. And also take the cash.
Yeah. So the cash measures are what you seem to be in platinum pieces instead of just pure gold. And as such, there's about 80, I think Illyrium is correct. No, platinum. It is platinum. There's about 80 platinum pieces in there for you.
Oh my god.
All of them platinum, mind you. Not one gold between it.
Let me look for the exchange rate for that. Hang on.
It means 800 gold.
Do it.
Like, out of character, like, this dude is a criminal, so Rowan is not surprised by this amount of money, but is also very surprised. You're feeling very generous tonight. Thank you very much.
Not that. It's just, it'll just be a waste of money if I couldn't spend it on something I would want to spend it on.
Or someone.
True.
That's right, so over there. And you may have just muttered that nearby, over in your room or somewhere in the corner, but he's not going to deny it. He absolutely wants to flatter Rowan tonight.
Well, shall we get a drink?
Please, absolutely. And he just gets up and he buys it for you. He knows what you like too, and he certainly remembers it. Placeholder drink. Number 5.
Tequila sunrise.
Right.
Yeah, and he.
Daiquiri.
So what he's got going on is he's got like
Mignon 24 from the vault.
Yes, probably. No, not in this place, but all the same, he's sort of wearing some easy shirt with some nice trimmed leather armor on. But the leather just basically works as his jacket, which is just basically a like sleeveless like shirt, and he's got like a bit of an open V of his shirt going on, so you can see like the string that would connect back and forth across his chest is kind of open, and you see a rather impressive jewel attached to a necklace that he's wearing that peeks out between those strands. And it's all very captivating, while his own tiefling skin is a very purplish red, though his eyes are very steeped crimson.
My, what a lovely little trinket you got there.
Yeah, as you remember from your time with him, he's actually always had this trinket and has never gone into context about telling you how and where he got it.
Okay, that is then. Rowan's not going to mention it. So, what have you been up to for the last 3 years?
Oh, well, I found work where I can, obviously. I've been missing your beautiful face, of course. On top of that, recently I've been ordered for some protection around here. Nothing too major.
Oh my. What for? This place seems quite small.
Oh, well, they recently had an attack by some fire giants recently, so they felt a bit more muscle is in need or in order.
I see. Well, if there's anything we can do to help, me and my new friends have been making quite a habit of dealing with giants.
Oh, well, maybe you could talk me up to some of the town here. I mean, being a tiefling, it obviously has its disadvantages, but we need the village on our side, really, myself and my friends. I'm the only tiefling between them, but I worry that I'm hurting their reputation because of it. If you could help talk us up and, you know, show them that we're not bad people, then that would be really great, considering, you know, my past, and I'm trying to go straight now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I will see what I can do. I might see if I can perform here soon and get the people on my side and use that influence if I can.
Absolutely. I mean, you could go upstage now and you could talk me up here and now, however comes to your very creative mind, if you were so inclined. I remember you were perfectly versed with your tongue, you know.
I still am. Nothing's changed, I promise.
At this point, Toruh walks in and goes, God, this place smells like shit.
His cuckold senses were tingling yet again.
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just sort of wandering in the bar. And
Yeah,
thinks
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
Village smells like shit.
I imagine I imagine Toruh is also just like in an ongoing foul mood since like the previous encounter.
Shit, yeah.
So
ever since Tingle, he's been in a bit of
a
foul mood.
Exactly. He's having a rough week, and
you know what you should do,
shows.
Toruh, you know what you should do?
Yeah.
You should go up and see Trays, and you should talk to him all about it.
Yes.
I might do in a bit then.
You can just talk at Trays about how angry you are about the whole Tingle situation. Trays will do his work whilst giving the generic yes. Yep, I get you, bro.
No. He is writing his own spells, and he's actually like focusing on casting stuff. And while he's saying yes, but he is adding the occasional. And how does that make you feel?
I do psychology, and that's actually pretty much, that's pretty much what you need to say to a friend. It's like, I do psychology, so how does that make you feel?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm walking in and be like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, alright, who's this purple puss?
The tiefling will turn his head slowly, and he's just like, I imagine he's a very good friend of yours. How are you doing there, buddy?
So, this is Chiron. He's an old friend. We go back quite a while. And
Rowan. Yeah. He like rubs his shin against yours under the table, and Toruh, there's no perception for this. It's just I said there's no perception for this. It is very well hidden.
Oh, I was trying to say it's that obvious.
No. But yeah, he's just basically stroking his leg against yours while he's looking at Toruh, making complete eye contact, hands above the table like nothing's going on.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Alright, Chiron, this is Toruh. He's one of my new friends. Very wonderful guy.
Like facing the bar, back to him. I just like hold up my one arm and go, "What's up, bud?"
Yeah, that's fair enough. And he just scoffs a little bit, more to Rowan though, as that leg rubbing is still going on.
What are you having?
Oh, your dealer's choice, my good friend.
Okay, I'll get you some wine.
Oh, very kind, thank you. And again, like, just trailing knees, Rowan. It's just all going on.
To the barman, I'm like, cheapest wine you got.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. But yeah. Anyway, trees. While Rowan's basically being felt up under the table by a tiefling's leg, and Toruh's just feeling very cucked still for no reason.
He would be feeling a lot angrier and but if not for what's been happening, really.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. But then following that, just so I've asked, Seren.
Yeah.
I mean,
could I do the training? Because I see the Druid Circle spell I get at 10th level, and it's like a teleporting thing that's quite cool.
Okay.
So I'm kind of tempted.
Well,
yeah.
I see what you're saying. There's no real druids around here that could train you that way. Toruh could be trained because he has a level in fighter, and he's also just a melee dude.
Right.
Yours kind of training would be very specialized, so I don't think you would find that here.
Okay.
You would at least have to find someone of a druid nature, which I don't think you'll find here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have.
I mean, you are a mother to 4 pigs now. 4 little piggies.
Yeah.
I mean, do you leave them in the cart? Or they want to keep following you around.
I'm like, after like the last encounter, I'm half tempted to try and find like basically a babysitter, because I'm just slightly worried.
Yeah. No, absolutely. As soon as you...
Someone just keep them. Like a cot, what's it called? A kennel, that's the word.
Well, maybe trees can make a pocket dimension for them.
What you need to do is that you need to visit the local blacksmith. And you need to have him craft for our adorable little piggies some suits of armour.
Oh my god.
And then, once they are all armoured up, they will have an AC and we won't have to worry about them.
That'll do.
Oh my god.
So there is animal barding, which is usually the sort of kitted out equipment that you give an animal before you ride it or before you give it stuff. But these piggies won't be able to carry anything beyond leather armor, even. And you can...
so go see the tanner then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, nothing, I guess. Gives them a bit more.
And he'll be
Studded
confused
leather.
that you don't want to tan these pigs, but instead get something
It's like,
for
no,
them.
Please, clothes.
But those are clothes.
That's how we are phrase. She goes and says, "Please clone
Look,
them.
I want my
Clone them.
ration.
Clone them. I need more." No.
What's
No.
up, Trace?
I just want my emergency rations safe for when we need them.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I mean, if they weren't already safe, then you can buy more here.
No, I want those.
No, he's saying he's gonna
Oh, oh, I see.
I'm calling the pigs emergency rations.
Oh, I'm such a
It's
silly.
meant to be funny.
Jokes are great when you have to explain them.
I know, I feel so smart.
Oh, sorry.
Rowan, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, I can only think giving them all. Sorry, I've
Give
just
them name
pictured how
tags as
adorable
well.
they are.
You sound like you're
Yeah.
eating a microphone at the moment. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Your words didn't-
I'm like covering my hand and my face whilst I'm thinking. I do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta tap. So I can form sentences, me. Yeah, that sounds like the best idea. Going to a tanner and like getting some leather armor for him.
Okay.
Studded leather.
Studded leather, apparently.
Maybe. We'll see. All right.
Think
so,
of it like this, Luke. Mad Max style battle pigs.
I need to play as
You
humble.
called?
Oh, Mad Max.
No.
No.
Sorry, Max. Wrong person.
Yeah.
It's true, so I'll love making that joke.
I am the one who runs from both the living
And the dead. Brilliant.
What? Someone need me?
God damn it.
Jesus.
You called?
Something Dragon Ball. You called?
Something Yakuza, yes.
I wonder what the size of Klaus' testicles are.
What?
What the hell?
Look, you said Dragon Balls.
You're wondering what the size of a dragon's nuts are? I'm pretty sure. No, they'd be tucked up. They wouldn't be on display. He wouldn't be hanging.
They'll be sheathed.
Yes, they'd be tucked behind a reptilian skin.
With impenetrable armour.
You know, snakes breathe through their bum when they're in the water.
Wow. That is amazing. Wow. Jesus Christ. So yes, tack, harness, and drawn vehicles. So, I'm trying to work out what this would be like to get for a horse, or for anything else, like a piggy. Barding. It's gonna take a little while to figure out.
It is fair.
Yeah. But your tanner is like, alright, hang on a second. He gets a bit of charcoal and he asks you to hold the piggy still, and
Okay.
he measures out a couple of lines. Quite ironically, the same lines that a butcher shows off to show the cuts of the pig. And he then takes a tape measure and then measures each part. As he's like, alright, I've got the dimensions for your little piggies there.
The pig
Look, don't
dimension.
judge me. Don't judge
Alright.
me, Tanner. I'm paying you for this.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. This is just a novel job for me. Can't say I've protected a little piggy before.
try selling it to him as a bespoke item that will make his name.
Yes.
Think about it. No one else in the
advertise.
land will have armor for their pets.
Yeah.
Or
Oh no,
millions.
no, that is usually a thing.
Freaking ghost voice of Trace convincing me.
Oh no, you're Kronk.
Oh no. I think Trace is just a creepy ghost voice. most of the
Okay.
time.
So, Rhiannon,
But
these
let's
are
say
baby
Alfie's
boars.
with Rhiannon right now, by the way.
Rhiannon, these are baby boars, so I am going to share with you the boar creature.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you ever seen a baby wild boar though?
I have not.
Okay.
They're pretty ugly.
No, they are. They are fucking beautiful.
You're going
Yeah,
to
but
Discord
you see
an
what they grow
image.
into.
Hang on.
Yeah, they are hairy and
No, they're
smelly.
cute as fuck.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Oh! Oh,
It's
it's like a
stripy.
tiger. It's like a kitten tiger mixed with a tit pig. That is fucking cute.
Which is a tit pig.
My
It's a
favourite
teppig!
animal.
It really is a tit pig!
Yeah, it does look like tit pig.
Pretty much.
Oh my
But
god.
yes, that's what baby wild boar look like.
Yay! So you have 4 of those.
Yes.
That's pretty
See if
great.
you can get different colours for each of them as well.
I think they do. They come in like vaguely different, like tones.
Oh,
I mean,
the,
they're different
It's
colour.
mostly used for camouflage because I was.
then these
it's like-
pigs are
it's like,
certainly.
don't make me go in my pig now because it's a lot, but it's like yeah, it's
Oh.
camouflage. It's like,
Oh my god, you
There they
actually
are.
found a picture of 4 little piggies. Oh
Mhm.
god damn. That's exactly what you've got. That's
Also,
really
you should
exactly.
try and get different colour leather from each of the different pigs.
yeah,
Yes!
that would be.
Just so
if
you
it
can
had
tell
some
them
sort of
apart.
little identifier on.
Oh, he can absolutely do that. He can
Yes.
absolutely do some different tanned leather for you. Absolutely. And he can embroider, or like he can basically take a he can burn some wording into the leather.
But
Oh my god.
I can't tell if that jumper's like photoshopped
So
on
that's
it.
where my
It's
socks go.
photoshopped. Because that pig is photoshopped to the background.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's a version.
So that's what happens to my
Still though.
socks when they go missing.
Oh my god.
But no,
Baby, your socks.
basically, he can take a hot iron rod, and to the leather that he's about to craft, he can burn the names of each piggy onto their little armor. So that he can do exactly that, basically.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, then that's what he does. So again, so basically, with this discussed and with all your piggies, I always love that I call them piggies. I don't call them baby pigs. I just go straight to calling them piggies. So with track and barding for vehicles and whatnot, cost time 4. Interesting. A bit and bridle, carriage, cart, chariot, saddle. Okay, so I'm going to call this basically the cost of a saddle, basically, and that will be what their armor is going to cost. So you could get exotic and make this really outstanding embroidered druidic themed dream boar piggy armor for like exotic, or you can just have your very basic riding, no, just pack.
To quote a good friend of mine,
Yeah,
do
just-
it.
They're just pigs. We don't want to break the bank.
It would
Yeah.
be 60 gold pieces each
That-
to
that
make
wouldn't be
this
the
as
piggy
awesome
bank,
as you
would it?
could. But the cheapest for just maybe they come with a little bit of satchels each side for some of your extra stuff could cost 5 gold pieces each.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going for like practicality here, and I'm guessing it just looks nicer, isn't it? If I get the like 60 gold one, so
And also
it's like
keep in mind also that they'll grow out of these sooner or later.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think we'll go for the cheap one for now.
okay, cool. So yeah, this won't be studded. This will just be leather. And if I check out the boar stats, I don't believe they have any dex. No, they don't. So it's the AC is 11 plus dex, which is their current AC, which is already 11. So their AC is not improved at all.
Oh. Well.
But they look good.
Yes.
They look cute, and we can tell them apart.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And that will cost you 20 gold pieces altogether.
Okay.
I'll take it out the fund.
Yeah, because I don't think Rhiannon has any money.
Alright.
Just plunging off everyone else.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, pardon me, I was just stretching there. Okay, yeah, so back to excuse me. Back to Rowan and what was his name? Chiron. So for the while, Chiron has maintained eye contact, has definitely kept in nostalgic storytelling. All the while, he's been happily getting fancy footwork basically under the table. And so he carries on with that and goes, well then, what brings you around down here?
We're off on a little adventure. Some friends of mine told me that there was someone I needed to meet up with a short while away. Over in Everland, I believe it was. And we're making our way there now.
Oh, a shame you can't stay around with me a bit longer.
True, but duty calls, I suppose. And whoever it is, waiting for us, so it would be very rude to make them wait any longer.
So what do you do, Chiron?
Toruh just comes in this yeah, this seems about right. Yeah, okay. Just deciding a DC. Rowan, make me a charisma saving throw.
Hang on, charisma.
Ooh, that is very good. That's very good. Yeah. So, you are actually you're like, ooh, hang on, just chill out here, just relax, think boring thoughts. So you are not blushing by the time that Toruh is looking at you, and so basically you help keep up all this under-table activity. But yeah, you look perfectly fine, and Chiron was just
under all that makeup, it'd be hard to tell.
Yeah, I imagine that Rowan has gotten to a point where, they don't look very fake. They have very subtle but well executed makeup at this point, I believe. But all the same, yes. And so Chiron's just catching up.
No, I mean, what do you do, as a profession?
Oh, well, whatever I'm paid to do, honestly. Right now, I'm paid to give some protection to this town.
Okay, oh shit. Okay, what do they need protection from exactly?
They recently got attacked by some fire giants. We're down here just to show up the place so they feel safe that they don't need us anymore.
We?
Yeah. Myself, my leader, Oboth Thornsteel, and a few others here and there. About no more than 5 others, honestly.
And under his breath, Toruh's like, yeah, I can probably take that. Oh, okay, cool. So, that sounds interesting. So, how did you two know each other exactly?
Yeah.
He's got a very sort of straight face, and his eyes look slightly tired.
Rowan, you get the impression that when he says, well, how did we meet, Rowan? You're getting the impression, because you know him, that he's allowing you to tell it how you want to tell it.
Well, We met back when I was 20,
We
and
met on a dating site.
It was Tiefling Tinder.
Oh my god.
Like a fish, you go via a fisherman.
I was travelling, as I tend to do, and we met up when I was staying at... I think I stopped in Luskin, was it? Or somewhere nearby. And we just happened to meet, and we hit it off. And yes, we were together for a few wonderful months. But alas...
Okay, and how did you meet Tingle?
I thought he was talking. I thought Tingle had went out with Chase. I didn't know Toruh caught up to that yet.
No, that was just a joke.
Oh, okay.
I was all serious about it, to be honest, but
Yeah, I thought so too.
I was trying to save Rowan, but
well, these things, you know, I don't mind talking about it.
He's kind of like, how did you meet this Tingle?
Oh, it was after you, Kyron.
He was the rebound.
Jesus.
Yes, I admit. After we broke up, I was heartbroken. I was so lonely.
Oh.
And yes, he was there.
yes, he was there.
I don't know anything about this
just
Tingle,
appeared.
but he sounds like he was.
He was there.
I don't know anything about this Tingle, but he sounds like he was a friend when you needed one, so I'm happy for you.
Now he's a colossal pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
and how did you meet me and the others?
At this bar.
Not you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I travel.
Trey's
Um,
big bees.
I'll stop you at that point, and I'm like, do I notice anything like the way Rowan's talking? They sound quite flustered. Do I notice that at all?
So I did a charisma saving throw, specifically so Rowan showed signs of being flustered, and they rolled a 26.
Okay.
So you can make a perception check with that being your DC.
Well, I'll have a go. Why not? I don't think I can reach that unless I get a nat 20. But hey ho.
Let's go.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
you
Whoa.
just
king of the perception rolls today.
you don't even think of doing this perception roll. You're just like, all right, fuck it. I've heard enough of Tingaroo and this guy. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, fair enough. So I just like sit next to Chiron and give him his cheap wine.
He appreciates it. He says thank you very much.
So where do you hail from exactly?
God, if I know. Sorry to say, I was somebody's bastard son. Tieflings usually end up that way unless we're part of some well-off family somehow. Well,
I heard about one in the Trent Valley somewhere, a bit similar.
I did too. I was interested, since we're not too far off the Demisepirate, but they don't have time. Got a job to do. But where I'm from, about Luskin. That was really when that was my first memories were in Luskin, basically. If I have a phone before then, I don't care.
Fair enough. You sound like a well-travelled guy.
Fairly. Still, just limited to the Sword Coast. Nothing more than that. Chase has like shocking, horrible nightmares of Luskin. Jeez.
Trace does. He does indeed.
Yeah. Anyway,
What?
yeah.
By the way, you know that. Oh. There we
Go on.
How is he quite toned?
He's a life gentleman. And he's sporting some. I don't know what the kind of. It's like I don't know. Okay, he's very thin-stomached, to say the least, and he's got like a very good chest to him. But overall, he's still a very thin man. He's still a very lightweight man. But he is toned to a healthy but not unreasonable degree.
So think of someone like Trace's build.
Yeah, but a bit
Yeah,
more
but
sort of-
Trace,
yeah.
you also are just a bit softer. You are not hitting the gym, you're hitting the books. No, this man could do parkour. You, however, could not.
Yeah, I just fly over the walls. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely go to Hogwarts.
Thanks so much.
So, like, do you? Okay, so I'm talking to him again. So, do you fight at all ever?
Yeah. It's what they paid me for protection for.
What's your preferred combat style?
Alright. I suppose I prefer using daggers.
Oh, okay. What about poisons?
Can't say I don't have the money for poison, to be honest. And all the same, that usually
That's
looks a bit
bollocks.
too shady.
I'm gonna make an insight check on that shit.
Please do, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not
yeah.
the best. Not the best.
Oh my god, in the new Defense Against the Dark Arts. Yeah, you are.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you are.
Hello, I am Trace, your new defense against the dark arts teacher.
What
I
is
so want
that?
that fan fiction.
What is this mysterious ticking noise? Okay, yeah, for Sketchbook of Ideas, Trey's Dark Arts teacher, classroom of Rogue, Alfie, Toruh, and Seren and Rowan in the class.
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon too, Rhiannon, yeah.
No, I'm just there.
Just Saren and Rhiannon.
Inexplicably, I am there.
Sorry.
Can I just also I can just slap Malfoy for the fun of it.
Yeah, I mean that's up to Max, I guess. But just for the Sketchbook of Ideas. Okay, yeah, sure. So with his passive things, you believe he's being truthful.
Bastard. Okay. So daggers, they're quite bit of a sneaky killer than I am.
I prefer
mean-
intimate.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to
Me
say
too.
that.
Well, I guess.
I didn't want to say that Trey's voice in my head.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I also deal in heavy crossbows.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I like to deal with, more upfront, more brutal, more. I would say more intimate, to be honest.
You start talking about like your daily routine. So what I do, right? I get up in the morning. I eat 4 eggs. Yeah.
I have 4 raw eggs, and then I go do some about 300 push-ups. Then I go outside, have about a 5-mile
And his
run.
name is Gaston.
Yeah.
No, this is London
No,
urban.
Every inch
Josh.
of my body is covered in hair.
He eats way too many eggs, right? He's like
Yeah.
70 eggs a day.
I'm-
Doesn't
When I
make
was a
sense.
lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs to help me get. Yeah.
I remember. No, I fucking know a clip where every time he says Gaston. No, listen. Every time he says Gaston, they clip him back to saying, "I eat 4 dozen eggs." Every time.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's hilarious.
It's like,
Sorry, that was really funny back in my memory.
I'm just getting mad about how many fucking eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He doesn't even eat them, though. He's
60
like,
eggs a day.
No, he'd eat 4. A
How
dozen.
did you get that many eggs?
4.
He's just got like a chicken, like squeezing a chicken every morning. It's like,
But they only logically produce like, I think it's like
Battery
30
farm.
eggs.
Nah, realistically, 4 dozen eggs is 48 eggs, not 60. That's
No, then he
saving a
goes
good
5
12
Yeah,
eggs.
it's like 6 dozen eggs.
yeah, but
Oh,
when he
6
gets older,
dozen
he goes
eggs,
like
shit.
6 dozen or 5 dozen or
And
something.
then he's roughly the size of
Yeah, that's right.
Bakeries must hate him.
It's why
Let's be honest here.
it's why
Everyone
in the song at the beginning, the woman goes, she's like, I need 6 eggs, that's too expensive. It's because Gaston's up in the egg market because he keeps buying all the eggs.
Eggflation.
We've solved it.
I'm just
We've
wondering.
solved it. There we go.
Just wondering, is this gonna play? I'm just wondering. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. We'll play this in the background.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not
Eggs.
removed
Eggs.
by
Eggs.
YouTube.
Chickens can only lay 1 egg a day, so he has 60 chickens. And sometimes they don't lay eggs, so he's gonna have back.
It's Disney, take it off. You'll be fucking copyright striking.
Yeah, this will not.
I'm already laughing over it. I'm already laughing over it quite enough.
You gotta turn it off, man, else you will get copyright done.
Oh, fuck Disney.
They will find where you live.
They will, man. Seriously, Luke. The mouse knows.
I'm turning it down even more.
No.
It's fine. I can't even
you
hear
should
it.
really turn it off, man, else it will get done.
It will,
Fine.
and seriously, Disney's lawyers are horrifying.
Oh my goodness.
They just have automatic.
Seriously, man.
The stone owns far too
All
many.
right.
Scares
Alright.
me.
Your fear of
bet you
Disney
the-
is noted.
I bet you like the
I just hate
algorithm.
how many eggs he eats.
The algorithm searches out for like sex, nudity, violence, and Disney.
Jeez.
And
Okay.
Nintendo.
I'm really surprised on the ball you are about this egg thing. Seriously, I'm
talking about
all
this.
the pet peeves you've
Every time Gaston's brought up, I just bring up how many eggs he eats.
Anyway, back to the intense
Yeah.
political situation that's involved.
Toruh, steal
Rowan
the
has got a
chicken.
boyfriend and eggs.
Steal a chicken, please.
What?
Steal a chicken.
Oh fuck no! Have you seen what happened in Zelda? Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm gonna be like, so just carrying on. So like, oh yeah, well, I prefer, going in there. Oh, I can also do this, and I'll rage. Like
Yeah.
while sitting down, just drinking, just casually going ha, and just drinking, just casually stuff.
Yeah, the whole bar is suddenly shocked as people are instantly thinking that a brawl fight is about to break out.
And I'll just drop it.
So I'd like you to give me an intimidation roll.
You know what?
please.
Just for lols, I'm going to activate his aura.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. I won't do it. No.
It's okay. He's already done it now, but yeah, give me an
I don't
intimidation
want to
roll.
talk
Kill
him that push to talk. I'm like, that would be pretty sick, but you're not there, unfortunately.
Oh, I know. I know.
But yeah, Will, give me. There we go.
Shit, yeah.
Okay, the bar feel intimidated, and somebody goes to strike you, while somebody else punches another, and somebody else punches another, and yeah, a bar brawl begins because you just.
That worked out well.
Yeah, you just like.
Trey's hearing
Yeah.
the noise upstairs, casts sleep.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure you need to see the target, but Commoner has about 10 health. So you down basically 2 commoners. And so they just sleep in each other's arms. Needless to say, though, that the rest of the bar are still happily going to punch each other as someone with a fiddle seems to be... No. Chiron grabs the lute and plays a plucky sort of... when in the tavern in the west, a bar picks up and somebody on the piano is like... Exactly. That's just what he does with a lute.
Rowan's gonna join in with a flute.
Yeah, exactly. So they both do a coordinative effort in making this bar fight pick up all the more. And yeah, by the time Rhiannon gets back and is like, you're cute,
Look, I got
piggy.
clothes.
Yeah, you already have a beer mug flying across your face as Toruh is currently lifting up 3 women for no reason with a bench of men in the other arm as he's currently yelling the word barge.
Toruh's masculinity.
Oh my god, sorry.
They threatened Toruh's masculinity this time.
Yeah. And you like catch him. You like catch him as he like pauses to see you enter, right where his jaw seems to be bent, and his arms are like pulled backwards in such a
Alright,
weird
then.
freeze frame. Oh my god, it's too
You're right,
funny.
Ginge, how are you?
Toruh, what the fuck?
And you just like hear, you hear a loud smack as a fist collides into another person's face. Just as you say that.
And I'm just gonna yell, fucking stop.
They're beyond that. That many people have personal quarrels that they're bringing out right now.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk literally just outside the door, hold the door open, and yell "Final Flash."
Oh my
Nobody
God.
knows what that means, but
No, but then I throw the javelin, it comes down, and fucking lightning bolt happens, doesn't it?
so are you aiming this lightning bolt to come straight down to the front entrance of the bar?
Well, like not where I would assume it would hit, but I'll make an intelligence check to see.
To see if you know where the door is.
I am about
To, like,
3 minutes away
to
from
see-
stopping my magic stuff coming down and using to intimidate.
I'm
Just-
about-
just to see like whether I'm gonna like get like hit the bar or know where. I
So
have to
help
decide
me
to
God,
put it.
if you can't go to one bar without causing a scene, I will dimension door you into another plane of existence. Oh my
Well, it's actually
god.
not that bad.
So what is this intelligence check for again?
Basically, I'm gonna throw the javelin, but like if I didn't pass, it'd be like it would hit the bar. If it like it'd like break open the bar. If I passed, then I know where to put it, where to effectively be loud enough to intimidate anyone and not do any damage.
I
to
want
public
you to
property.
tell me how you're throwing it and where you're aiming at.
Like up to the ground, basically. It's got to like, or like
All
I
right.
just stab it into the ground. so
Like
it goes
the
flying
way you
flash.
hoped it would hit trees the last time, but failed completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that, and so you have the opposite effect. You instead inspire people as they feel like their might is joined by the rattling thunder, as they just feel more epic, and people are just like grappling and throwing. Like one guy picks another up by the feet and properly hammer tosses him to the other side of the door where you're currently outside of, and you just hear this thud as you can see someone look at you, raise a fist and go, ha-ha! As he just feels like you have like inspired them now just to fight harder.
I'll go up to the guy who looks like he's the strongest. I'll pull my sword out and put it to his throat and be like, "You want to stop now?"
Yeah, the tavern does go dead. As Chiron kind of just like, trails off with that sudden shock as a chord goes wrong, and as that happens,
I just look over to him like, "Ha, fucked up your play."
yeah, and he kind of shrugs his like, as he like looks to the scene where everyone is looking at you, threatening another person's life. To which
At this stage, Trace will come down from his room after hearing a lightning bolt go off.
yeah,
That's kind of the
signal.
The right. I'm going to murder everyone.
Oh my god, I can't take you anywhere nice.
He's like, you're
He's
just
just
my
looking at the
study.
room, walks up to the bar, and goes, "Another bottle of your fine wine, sir."
So like people are kind of very scared, and the bartender's like, as he
Trace
does get that
pays him,
bottle.
like, twice.
Oh,
At
okay.
that point, I'm just gonna sheathe my sword and start laughing.
Oh my god. People.
And then,
Yeah, go on.
and then as everyone starts laughing around me, I'm just like, "No,
Hold on,
seriously,
make it
stop
a
fucking
roll to
fighting."
see who.
No, it's okay. So like, what were you saying, Will?
So as everyone is laughing around me, like if they are, I think you were about to say that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly.
As they all sort of begin to laugh and get a bit more relaxed, I'm like, "No, seriously though, stop fighting."
Yeah. It does cut out again. Like, huh? Yeah, as people are a bit worried by that again. Yeah, certainly.
Now drink up.
As Trace takes his new bottle of wine, back he goes, "Lively place, isn't it?" In like pure, like noble, stuck-up tone.
I just
Walks back upstairs.
I just give him like a 2-finger salute.
So
Rowan's just
then,
gonna roll their eyes.
yeah.
Rowan
So
still like stared at Toruh like, what the fuck?
so
Dude.
after that,
Dodge.
after that, you hear some clamoring, heavy metalled boots start rushing towards the front door as you seem to have left it opened, and one guy comes in front of the others, and again the scene goes a bit quiet again as he walks up quite calmly, peering with a very angry expression that looks like he's screaming on the inside, and he then yells out, "Who the fuck summoned that lightning bolt?" And the bar point at you, Toruh. Yeah, that's fair enough.
You're right.
Yeah, and basically, this guy goes, "By the order of Silvery Moon, on behalf of the Watch of Mornbryn's shield, I arrest you for summoning magic in a residential area," basically. And as he's going through that, Kyron does go interrupting. He goes, "Whoa, hang on, let me have a talk with him." And the boss, basically, who he is his boss, he goes, "Kyron, you dare interrupt?" He goes, "Shh, outside for a second, if you don't mind, just a second." And
seriously, dude, I'm trying to get laid here.
Wow.
I don't know why I thought you were saying that as Atreus, and I got really confused.
Wow. So he basically sends in 12 heavy armored individuals, armed and with weapons drawn, aimed with you, as they basically circle around you, but make no action to attack you, as they're just basically, you make a move, they're gonna do something, but you're gonna stay put for a little while.
I'll just take a swig of my beer.
No, that's fair enough. They are serious business, though. They are a town's watch that will die to protect this town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kyron is like talking to him. You hear the guy yell, "And what does that have to do with?" And that's cut off while the more silvery-tongued tiefling is saying something. And eventually that yelling calms down as the boss walks back in and to say, "In light of one of my subordinates offering to take responsibility of your behavior, in light of this, you are invited to come to the stocks and spend the night there instead of in chains to be sent off the Luskan."
Okay, at this stage, this has got my attention now. Still got my bottle of wine in hand, by the way.
Yeah.
I just you see like the look on Tracer's face is like, for fuck's sake, really?
How about I do neither?
How about you keep your trap shut and let us deal with this.
Anyway, Kyron. Yeah, Kyron is like
up next to Kyron.
Yeah.
And just like Trace gives Kyron like the nod of alliance.
Yeah, as basically
he's gonna yeah, it's the nod of smug people alliance.
Yeah, but basically
we're gonna try and cool us down.
Yeah, he's like, either come willingly or make yourself an enemy of the state.
Look, to be fair, he only used the magic to try and prevent the bar fight from escalating.
What, with thunder? That's unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, well, the plan... do you imagine his plan was to distract everyone and that the large noise would snap everyone out of the violence?
That's an ill-conceived plan. You will alert the watch.
He is a barbarian.
Well, all the more reason that he gets stocked up for his rash behaviour.
Yes, but he's obviously learned his lesson and he won't do it again.
He has done no such thing. He has acted compulsively. He has made a scene, he has started a brawl, and on top of that, he summoned magic that could have endangered others around him. No.
I knew... Hang on. Okay. I will admit, it was rash, and I apologise to the good people of this town, you and that tiefling guy. And how about I show my great...
with community service, is that the case?
Well, I was going to say I'll give you some money, but yeah, sure.
You actually make me a perception check.
Oh, what? Sorry, persuasion or perception?
Perception. Oh, you could do a persuasion actually as well.
Actually, I think it's best if I do persuasion.
No, my persuasion's good.
So's mine.
Okay, so with that perception, it seems like he is very difficult to talk into a bribe. He seems like he is very honourable.
I didn't really mean a bribe. I meant like a fine.
No, I get you. I get you. Nat could. Okay.
Oh, I got persuasion.
Oh, so try that persuasion.
Okay.
What? I expected persuasion.
Not great.
Alright then. So basically, he says, he says, your duties will be to mend the front door of the bar to which you have singed with your lightning bolt, and by the time the bartender feels as though you have recovered the damage you caused due to your brawl, then we'll consider this even.
Okay.
Which is completely fair. Now, I think we can all get back to having a good time.
What's more...
And I give him the bottle of wine.
Hang on. What's
was
more,
like, here,
until your
have one on
departure from this town, you will give the lightning bolt, the lightning javelin, that you used to summon that magic with. You will receive it back on your departure.
Okay.
He himself personally goes up for the lightning javelin.
When he takes it and walks away, I'm just gonna use the recall thing, but like act like I'm not doing it. No, act like I'm not doing it, and it's like, wait, what? The fuck?
I would highly suggest as your GM, you do not do this.
I will not do that.
Very good. Very
Excellent.
good.
Excellent.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but, we've tried persuasion, we failed, so now we let the sentence
Hey,
pass.
you have not failed. You have
We
gone
didn't
from
try murder.
you have
Yeah, we
gone
did
from
get
not going to the stocks to instead going to just community service.
Excellent. Now, if that's that sorted for the night, I'm going back to my room.
The guards that sheathe their weapons and they slowly make their way out of the bar. The guy called Oboth, Thornsteel, the one that your tiefling friend told you about, he takes the lightning javelin with him as he makes his way out. But Kyron stays behind, but not before talking to his boss a final time on the way out, and then comes back in, and he makes an exaggerated wipe of his brow. He goes, "Phew, that could have gone worse."
I'll just go, fuck off. The stocks, you cunt. Jesus Christ. What do I look like? Some kind of fucking
I talked
peasant?
him down from taking you to Luskan. You don't want to be anywhere near Luskan.
I know I've been. I'm not a fan.
Well, yeah, he's a very rough guy to deal with. I can't imagine anybody else would have got much better out of him.
Well, I did. Or my friend did, anyway.
If you feel your friend talked him down to that much, then fair play to you.
To be fair, mate, I didn't actually do anything. I tried.
No, I know. I'm just trying. I'm pissed off. I tried to fucking stop this fucking bar fight.
I imagine those were your intentions.
Oh, piss off, you fucking conceitful prick.
Seriously.
I know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, by the way.
He just
wants to make the facade that he looks like he does.
He just bows out and returned to Rowan's table, happy to pick up where he left off, and let you vent your anger as you will.
I'd go clean the door then.
Yeah, the bartender does approach you at some point as he goes. Oh, hang on! I got a handout. I got a fucking handout for this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Hang on. Yes. I got it from the yawning portal. Yes. So yeah, you get the generic bartender, Durnan, who looks exactly like the bartender back from Neverwinter, and he looks exactly like every bartender you ever gone to see.
It's like an Australian Pokemon.
Yes, exactly.
They're all named Durnan.
Yes.
Yes.
They all dreamed of being bartenders.
Yeah, exactly. And they all used to be an adventurer, but took an arrow to the knee.
Boo.
Oh, fuck off.
I thought it was funny.
Brilliant. But yeah. So yeah. Toruh, you basically are going to have to spend a few days doing community service, which includes mending the wood, or rather going into back and forth to the carpenters to replace some of the bar stools and tables that were broken. You're not expected to build anything, but you're expected to do heavy lifting. And also, your flying capabilities actually are going to be useful, as the whole front of the bar, they're just a 2-story place that has the barkeeper's home above the bar scene. You can actually fly up and polish the wood off and rub wood varnish over it to cover over the burn marks, and yeah, these are your chores basically.
Yeah, Toruh doesn't really mind it because he feels like this is sort of like a Rocky montage where he's just doing sort of like
Mr. Miyagi's wife wax on, wax off.
Well, pretty much, yeah. It's just like casual stuff ending up being training for him.
I could pull an Eye of the Tiger if you want.
No, because it'll get the thing probably.
Yeah, probably get copyrighted.
No.
Yeah, but
vaguely get away with video game.
But yeah, like so Toruh, yeah, he doesn't actually mind, and he's very apologetic to the bartender on the first day, and he gives him a bit of money.
Yeah.
However much how much does he want?
What, the barkeeper?
Yeah.
Nah, he covers the costs, but basically you're going to do the work for him.
Well, I'll leave it when I finish the work. I'll leave him 30 gold on the bar.
That's cool. It will take a couple of days because you're waiting behind carpenters. In that time,
yeah, that's fine. He doesn't matter.
Yeah, in that time, Trace, you have your beta-ready scroll that.
Finally.
Yeah, as that is ready to test out when and where you want to.
What have you done?
I need giant's blood for it.
Yeah, but we've also discussed you could use any other creature's blood and it will match its size that you take from. It just has to come from an unwilling creature.
I've probably still got some Remora's blood in my hair.
No, that has washed out.
Oh no, I'm only kidding.
Tell me something. The pigs have their armor.
Yes.
The pigs are tiny.
Yeah.
I know, but it's more of a seeing the concept.
I'll let you take some of mine.
And dude, listen, it has to be from an enemy, unwillingly taken.
You can surprise me then.
No, in this case,
and I'll punch you in the face.
If Toruh it really has to be something you're in direct combat with, and Toruh, even if you you say, I'm gonna punch him, in your subconscious, you have to be fighting, and you have to be making an effort to make sure you are not hurt for this spell to work.
What spell is it?
Something of its own design.
Surprise.
Ooh.
This is a trace from Magnus original.
Ooh, that's scary.
Speaking of Magnus,
about this, there'll be Big B, what's his face, and then there's Trace.
That's root to birth. Yeah. Go into the woods and punch a bird. That won't draw blood though. That'll just knock it out of the sky. But no.
Yeah, but then the bird will be his enemy.
But yeah, just
so punch it so hard you obliterate the bird.
Just go punch a penguin.
Aww.
No.
Yeah.
I like penguins, so no.
But Trace, I invite you to name this spell, and also this can be an official spell that, if you actually put into circulation between wizarding communities, might be able to pick off and actually be used by future characters.
Shit. What am I gonna name it?
I'll give you
Put it
time
on
to think on
GM's
it.
Guild as well, or whatever it is.
Ah,
I mean, yeah, there's a GM's
Undead
guild. But I'm talking
Guardian.
about.
Definitely name it after himself.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got it. I've got it. It's
Maximus
Von
Magnus.
It's Von Magnus's necrotic spirit guard.
Okay.
Catchy.
Okay.
Working in progress. Title is in progress. But
Yes.
Trey's just going to call it tall
But there is still a little TM on the side.
TM. Yeah. But, Trey's is honestly, he's just going to call it tall geese for short.
What?
Tall geese.
Tall geese.
Oh,
That's what he's
yeah.
going to call it for short.
All right. That's probably a good working title, honestly. But very good. Okay.
What about Von Magnus, or like the Von Magnus Undead Century, or something like that?
I'll come up with something, I swear, but
You can list it
Okay.
all in the text chat, probably. But yeah, needless to say, you're still playing your rogue, and he just keeps himself busy. By the way, speaking of all the people that Chiron politely talks to, he doesn't engage with your rogue.
No one. You seen him?
Yeah, he sees him.
I've completely forgotten we had him.
Yeah, Mr. Rapey Carl.
I'm always forgetting
No,
about
it's Freddy Finger. Fuck's sake, Freddy
Anyway,
Finger
Trey's had
Fiddle
business
today.
with him.
Freddy got fingered.
Yeah, Freddy Finger Fiddle.
I have some business to attend with him.
Ah, fair enough. You
Alright,
do?
What do you want?
Yes, actually, I have a little task for him.
He.
All right, love. Where do you want to go?
With him and his magic fingers.
So he's like, all right, what do you need?
I need him to browse through the town library and acquire any books on blue dragons of renown.
You want me to do that?
And here's the kicker, I need you to acquire the books.
Oh, okay, I follow you. Well, honestly, reading ain't my strong point, but I can see about stealing something for you. I'll tell you what, this is how we should do it, right?
Reading ain't no one of my strengths.
Go to the library, and I want you to use your magic to add this to the spine of the book, and he shows a little, like, very he actually uses a unique pen that's ink, like, goes invisible.
Invisible ink.
A little bit, yes, but you can feel a certain heat coming from the writing, and he says, mark that book that will show that, and I'll know where to find it, and I'll fetch it.
Okay, Trace then goes down to the library.
So what you got here is a main fort that has like large fire-hurling catapults ready for evermores, and on the outskirts of that keep, you have the surrounding village that is all tended to and helps, look after the keep. A library is surprisingly actually kept at the keep because it's the most fortified place and least likely to be affected by any sort of flood damage because it's higher up. So it's on one of these floors that you are able to get access to because of your prestige pedigree to show that you're not going to damage any books and you actually have schooling. Yep. You actually get up there,
I show them that.
And you basically search the books and you do a bit of lore hunting. So
I'm specifically looking for names.
Yes.
Names that are associated with the East.
The East?
Yeah, because the dragon. My working theory is that the dragon came from the East. Given that Klauf is based in sort of like the northwest.
Okay.
By general representation, I'm plotting that there's another one. Like, given Klauf's range of territory is, let's say,
no, that's
10,000 miles.
No. Dragons actually work with much less territory than that. That's
Plus,
actually
the desert is towards the west, the east. Sorry.
No, okay.
And
so no, that's
trade
interesting.
is kind of.
No. You don't have to explain anything else. But like, yeah, roll me an investigation. Yeah, an investigation check. I would say knowledge lore that comes with bards.
I'll make as many checks as you like that are intelligence related. So.
Ah, the spell knowledge lore would actually be pretty good right now. But anyway, yes. So I'll let this be with advantage. There are details that do tell of blue dragons that may have resided or do reside in the Anarok wastelands. These being cold deserts that were home to a magical catastrophe to the long-lost Neverese Empire. And the Neverese, any like existing relics of that, are famous for strong magic or strong anti-magic. Like places where magic cannot thrive once the weave was burnt out in this area, which is why the landscape is so desolate and so suddenly desolate, despite all the greenery around the rest of the place. But this place is very sandy, and because it's a desert. But you do get some information on blue dragons that say that this is a possible home for them, because with a dragon's lightning breath, they can turn caverns to glassy catacombs that they can make their lair. And what's more, they can glass over like their sandy entombed hoards of treasure and whatnot. So if a blue dragon was to reside somewhere, the Anarok would very likely at least hold one. At least. Name-wise, you think a dragon wouldn't allow any name to allow its place to be named and to have its name and to still be in the same territory.
What about a title?
Interesting.
Darren.
Darren.
Wow.
That's a name, not a title.
Darren of Darrington.
Sir Darrington.
Sir Darry Darrington, the Darriest of Darries.
Wow. Let me get back to you on that. And while I do search this up, in the meantime, what does Rowan get up to? If you allow him, Kyron is very interested in just chilling with you, quite honestly.
Rowan is equally willing to do the very same. Having entirely forgotten, well, nearly entirely forgotten any reason why they might have broken up, because clearly he's such a changed man, and he's so charming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Rowan's going to spend as much time with them as possible.
I like to think we've all got our kryptonite, even made up fantasy characters. We've all got our kryptonite when it comes to an SO. You know what I mean?
Also, Toruh, Trays rather. The book does contain a nice likeness of a blue dragon, so you get the impression of what they look like.
I think we've got a pretty good impression of what one looks like.
Yes, but you now have one you can bring to mind without, everything else.
Okay, like for scrying purposes and such.
Maybe not for scrying purposes, but at least for like recognizing them. The most key prominent feature of a blue dragon is its large, spiked horn atop its front forehead, where lightning is conducted and sent from, along with its blue skin.
Look, I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie, it's like the most unnoticing part of a blue dragon is the fact that it's blue.
And a dragon.
Damn it.
And it's probably crushed your village whilst you were making those observations.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good.
so yeah, Trace marks that sort of stuff off with the invisible
Yeah,
pen.
I'm gonna
before
see
they
if there's a
leave.
title for you. But in the meantime,
Like, it would be known as the something of the something.
But yeah, Rowan, you basically are allowed some time to unwind with Kyron, and quite honestly, the dude is fucking charming. And what's more, he absolutely is putting what can only be described as all the signals your way.
Well then, if no one else needs Rowan, they might be busy.
Hey, Rowan, can you give me a hand out here?
And
With what?
I need
So,
your help
what-
holding this timber for us. Or
Me?
Pyron, either one of you.
Oh my.
Kyron
Well,
is quite like straightforward when he says, "To be honest, I'd rather hang out with Rowan."
Oh yeah, what are you
Don't.
gonna do?
Don't
Play
do
some
this to me,
noughts and
please.
crosses.
He basically looks at Rowan and is like, you can get the expression and from it, like you can get the idea from his expression, like, I wonder how noughts and crosses could in some way be made in a more perverted manner.
Challenge accepted.
Exactly. He's trying to find some sexual innuendo there.
My brain just went strip crosses, which would be really hard.
What?
Like, you know, like strip poker.
Oh,
that,
right,
but
yeah,
with
strip noughts and
cross.
crosses. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how the fuck that would work, but
Yes.
I don't know how that would work.
just play repeated matches.
Yeah,
Basically, you
they're
can
quite
test out
quick, so
three.
like,
Every 3 matches, you lose an item of clothing.
yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
Pyron, don't you think it's really cute how Rowan looks when their makeup's all fucked up in the morning?
Well, they always look beautiful to me.
Oh, of course. So, how about you, instead of trying to seduce someone, because you're obviously their kryptonite, how about you get on with what you're supposed to be doing?
He basically just looks at Rowan and is like, he gives a nod like, can we leave him to his stuff? Without saying that out loud. He's just basically asking for Rowan just so that they can politely leave without having to... Because he's seen you call a lightning bolt.
And then I'm going to be like, Rowan, there's a reason why you're not with him anymore. I don't know what that is, but you know.
Toruh, this is the voice of Trace.
Whoa.
You know an assassin.
Yeah, but...
My conscience again.
Listen
Yeah.
closely. You know an assassin.
No, but like...
Pay him and he will remove your obstacle from your relationship.
Chase,
Thanks, evil Trays.
Chase, you can do this with like messages, but also while Toruh is like flying up, polishing the wood, he's like, "Oh, that damn voice again. He always is tempting me." And you're like slightly opening the top door window as you're like talking through the side, and he has no idea the window's there. You don't even need magic.
I don't even need magic, no.
What does the good voice Alfie saying in my head?
The good voice Elfie has been...
Oh yeah,
blocked in
shoulder
the
angel
cell.
Alfie. She's saying, don't
Yeah,
be
fuck him up.
jealous. Allow them their time together. If you truly love her or them, you will let them live how they want to. With
Yeah.
whoever
At this
they want
point,
to.
Trace grabs Alfie by the collar and locks her in the wine cellar.
It's the little visage of Alfie. It's not the real Alfie. This is just the visage in Toruh's head. And you take shoulder Alfie into Toruh's wine cellar basement of a brain subconscious, and that's where you lock her up.
That's where he suppresses all his drunk men.
Yeah, I guess so.
Toruh's mind palace is basically a Weatherspoons.
Secret checks.
Oh my god, okay. Sketchbook of ideas. Toruh Mine Palace, Weatherspoons.
It's just a spoon.
Yes!
The repressed childhood memories are crying in the back.
Oh, just
That's for some reason 60 feet away from me. Oh.
So yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna sort of land and I'll be like, look, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but there's a reason. I'm your friend, and there's a reason why you're not with him anymore. You know it. I don't know it, but you know, there's gotta be some reason, isn't there?
And
then I'll just fly back out and carry on.
Cool. But yeah, what do you have to say to that, Rowan?
Rowan's gonna consider that for a bit.
For a bit, and then fuck it.
And just like, look at Karen and be like, he has a point, but you've changed. It's been 3 years. A person can become someone entirely different in that amount of time.
A wild boar
mean-
can't change its stripes.
Nice, nice.
It can, however, put on fashionable
Yes!
armour.
Yes, it can! Yes, it can!
Well, yeah, you can't. You
And
can't.
as we
What is it?
all
You
know,
can paint a ship
clothes
or whatever.
maketh the man.
Anyway,
Either way,
yeah.
I myself can attest to the fact that someone can change in, a year, 2 years, 3 years. And I'm willing to give you another chance. And, you seem like you're good now. Like, you've got an honest job and, you're better.
From, like, the distance, you just hear, bollocks!
So, like, you basically walk away with that, and basically, once Toruh is out of sight, he does, actually quite suddenly and quite passionately push you against, another building as he goes right into, making out with you, very passionately. And by the end, he like draws his kissing out till it gets very soft and gentle, and then he just simply whispers, "I'll find some way to make that up to you." And we won't go more heated than that. 7, you're walking your piggies.
Oh.
Rhiannon, you're walking your piggies. Yeah, not much else to say about walking
There
piggies.
wasn't really.
What's
He's
that?
got them clothes. And walked to the bars like, this is what's going on.
What, going to Will?
Hmm?
You're going to Will?
Well, I said what is going. No, I was just saying when she came into the bar, she said what. When she came, doesn't matter.
I don't. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I clearly didn't make any sense.
Yeah, you really didn't make much sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure what actions you were taking or what you were up to.
Oh no, I was just repeating what's already happened in terms of Rhiannon. What am I gonna do? Maybe I'll check on Toruh maybe because he seems a bit tense. Just ask him how he is.
I'm
How do
currently,
you-
like, about
yeah.
8 foot in the air flying, trying to clear up these boards on this.
He yells up
house.
on the roof. Toruh, you
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, I'm good. You?
You sure?
Yeah, not bad.
Wait, fuck! I can turn into a bird.
And you
I
can
don't-
talk to him by saying "caw-caw, caw-caw."
Do you want some company? No.
You cut out Will.
Oh, I was
Sorry,
asking.
yeah, sorry, I forgot to push the talk. I was about to say, I thought you were just going to go immediately to bird, and then I was going to go, oh, I can't talk to you if you're a bar. Shit.
I was gonna ask if you want a company.
Yeah.
I could be
yeah.
a bird company.
Yeah, if you want.
Into a small bird that could sort of like logically sit on his shoulder.
A hummingbird.
No, they have to keep moving, otherwise they die.
Oh, that's a good point. A cockatoo. Hey, I've had a cockatoo. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cancel my operation with the rogue. I've got the information I need.
I want to turn into a budgie.
Okay.
Now, Toruh, as the day goes on, and you're again just polishing the wood up above, Oboth Thornsteel, the guy that took your lightning javelin off you, goes into the tavern, and you see that he takes with him a large leather-clad book with a unique symbol imprinted on it. You see sort of a downward-aiming serpent with a maw chasing after a circular orb. Meanwhile, he goes in there, and a little while later, you see a few villagers brought in by his other men, one at a time, and they each go in and they each come out in various states, some nonchalant, some upset, and basically the day goes by as these villagers come and go into the tavern, which is called the Troll in Flames, by the way.
As this is going on, I'm going to knock on the window that Trey's in and be like, oi mate, just check out what's going on downstairs. I can't really leave else I'll get arrested.
Trace sighs and puts down his pens and stuff and is like, sure thing.
Oh, fan.
Okay, so basically, Trace, during the day, the tavern owner was like, the main room is usually closed off until it gets past working hours, so in the time, help yourself back in and out of the place through the back door. but there is a door that separates the stairways from the main bar area, but it's not particularly locked. So you make your way down, and yeah, you don't have to roll a stealth. You just put your ear right up to the door, and the Oboth, rather, yeah, you see him through like a little crack, and he's taking names. He goes name, and he takes the name. He goes occupation. He goes on, and then after a while, he's just like, sit down for a second, and one of the other people pull up a chair, and you notice that they kind of put their hands on the commoner's shoulders and force them into the chair. Yeah, and basically, he keeps on talking, and then eventually he you get to hear about him questioning about a local tomb around here. He seems to be interrogating people because he's trying to get in touch or find out interest to do with I'm just trying to get the name of the place. Offering the lost tomb of Mornbryn, which is somewhere in this village. They believe that the place is going to have some treasure in it, and they believe like there's something worthwhile that these people are hiding for no particular reason, but they just seem to suspect that that means it's more than they're letting on. They're not going to resort to anything, but you do get like some very blackened tones, such as like
sorry, Luke, you keep cutting out.
Oh, sorry. So basically, they're asking about Mornbryn's lost tomb. That seems to be the topic in question. And one of the snippets of conversation is like, well, you don't know anything, but we'll be asking your wife, and we'll be asking your children, and it'll be really much easier if you tell us, rather than any of them be forced to tell us. You don't want that now, do you? Like, that is a snippet of conversation that gives you the impression that these guys are lording around their weight a bit, it seems. And
okay, this is seriously pissing Trays off.
Yeah, and what's more, your rogue taps you on the shoulder as he was completely quiet, as he was just like, yeah, I'm done. But by the way, these guys are clearly Zents. And he kind of like leads your eye to the cover of the book, which is the symbol of the Zentium, which he explains.
Zentium.
The Black Network.
It's one of the. Yeah,
I'm gonna make a history check, see if I've ever heard the name before.
Absolutely.
I think you would have done, wouldn't you? It's sort of like one of those well-known underground organisations.
So the equivalent of this is basically anonymous in our real life, and for them, Zents. That's the equivalent.
What the fuck is going on? I'm clicking the history thing and it's not coming up.
I don't know. You may be having some connection issues.
Yeah, it might be.
But all the same, I'm just going to allow you that you know about the Zentium. They are usually the biggest organisation that is the most well-preserved when it comes to thievery, skullduggery, and assassinations.
Okay.
And yeah, you've cut out from Roll20, so there may be some connection
Yeah,
issues.
I just clicked refresh.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, you're getting the impression that these people are with the Zentium.
That's bad.
Hmm.
I go back upstairs quietly and inform Toruh.
Yeah. Honest work my arse.
What? You wipe your ass?
Honest work my arse.
Oh, right. I mean, all the same, they may well have been hired over here for protection, but, I'm
gonna go find the guy, or like wait until he's on his own, or like he tries to talk to me, or if I see him on his own, you know what I mean, kind of thing.
So, at the end of the working day, when dusk is upon everywhere, Oboth is the last to leave, and he is escorted.
Not Oboth, sorry, the other one.
Who?
No, the one that Rowan knows.
Oh,
What's the guy's
Kyron.
name? That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, Kyron is very much attached to Rowan at this point, which means there isn't a moment alone between the two of them, unless Rowan asks for a moment, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Trays to ask Rowan to do something with him, so I can, or to do something for him, so I can talk to Thingy alone.
Actually, yeah, Trace does need to talk to Rowan, actually.
Okay. Okay. So, what is
So from the Book of Dragon Lore, did I get any titles or names?
No, but you do have something may turn up later when I check the Faerun wiki to give you some names or titles, but you don't find anything that links in with giants or giant oracles or what have you. So you're not after what you wanted. What you do know is that blue dragons and deserts kind of go together.
Okay. In the meantime, then I'm gonna have a chat with Rowan then. So I'm just gonna mosey on down, bring a bottle of wine with me.
So, Rowan, you may be chilling in your private quarters with Kyron, and things may have continually stayed at the foreplay stage with a lot of build-up. Quite a bit. This guy is a tease. That much is very much known about him. He is absolutely a tease if given the opportunity, and he is absolutely all about working you up. So, when Trace knocks on the door, how flustered is Rowan at this point? Max?
Sorry, I was muted. Do I have to roll for that, or?
No, you can just play this out however you want to.
In that case, then I'd say getting slightly, yes, flustered, bit red-cheeked and stuff. But yeah, knock on the door. They're just gonna kind of shuffle over, open the door just a little bit, and be like smoothing their hair back a bit. And oh, hi.
Hello. Can I come in and have a chat with you all?
Yes, of course.
Kyron is not decent at the moment.
Trace doesn't give a shit.
Actually, everyone's gonna shut up and sort of like gesture behind the back for going to put his clothes on.
Trace really doesn't care.
He
He had a brother. He used to.
He just walks in.
Trace and his brother used to have baths together, so.
Did they usually have BDMS on gear while they had those
Up
baths
until they
though?
were
That's the
34.
question.
I don't know how Trace is.
Until they were 34.
I don't know
Seriously,
what Trace is.
Trace is unfazed by the male form.
Well, hang on.
You all literally are just sacks of meat and bone to him.
Gee.
Oh, talk dirty to me, Daddy.
Anyway, yes.
Anyway,
Trace
he
has
does
brought
throw
himself
something
some
on.
glasses.
He does throw something on, and he's just like,
Send him out the room.
until next
Anyway.
time. And he's just
Look,
like,
between you both
yeah, go on.
pretty well-travelled individuals, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I certainly
Excellent.
am.
I've been doing some digging into who we might really be up against.
I see.
And with the last war quite fresh in my mind...
Oh yeah, you were part of a dragon war, weren't you?
Well, Trace wasn't, but he knows about it. He heard about it.
Okay,
His family defended his region.
right.
He raised a militia in his hometown in case dragons or dragon minions came his way,
Okay.
which was all his idea.
Okay, not Khan's idea.
No, Khan was a mercenary at the time of the war. He missed it.
Right. Okay.
He actually missed out on the great Tiamat problem.
Okay, yeah, Horde of Dragons. Yeah, go on.
So he's like, well, I've been thinking, had you or any of your acquaintances heard of any sort of agents or organizations dedicated to blue dragons or the color blue?
Yeah, Cult of the Dragon.
Yeah, aside from the Cult of the Dragon.
No.
any sort of like a shadowy network of people who don't know who they're really working for?
Not that I'm really aware of. That's really too specific.
Would I have to like roll to know about it? Because Rowan's been like everywhere.
I mean,
I've been everywhere.
no,
man.
because Trace's description is really specific and vague. A shadowy network that doesn't know who they're working for, really. And associated with the color blue? No, those conditions are very hard to pin down.
Well, then I wonder if they might have any information on any of the the movements of any of the cults, the elemental cults.
That is
'Cause they
also a...
seem to-
Alright, so, Kyron is...
They seem to be wrapped up in this as well.
Kyron has spent some time, at least in the Demisepirate Valley, which you're not far from now, as he's been like, don't know much other than that they've all been put under now.
Wonder who did that.
Cough, cough. So there's no one you know of that sort of. But what
No.
about people who would? Do you guys know anyone who would directly benefit from all this?
Not in the slightest. Also, kind of a bad time to ask me, really.
Really?
Send him my way.
Really? Is this a bad time, Rowan?
Well, a little bit. I know that your pursuit of knowledge would probably not wait for anything, so I entirely do not mind. Plus,
Most
we would.
grateful, Rowan. You are truly, Rowan. You are one of the best people I know to put up with my bad mannerisms. I will try
Flattery.
and better myself.
Flattery.
It's with nobles, and I expect similar things, so it's alright.
I expect you're all brats.
Well, such are nobles, but you're not too bad.
Anyway, getting to the point, he doesn't
Anyway,
know anything
yes,
about cult movements.
Anyway, thank you. Well, that's good. I just have a little thing I wonder if you could do for me, actually. This is really dumb. Normally I do it myself, but I need you to check on the horse for me.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, just make sure it's not chewing the scenery.
Okay.
yes,
That damn
yes.
thing saved my life in the last fight. So.
So Trace, I can tell you that horse is sleeping soundly.
Yeah, Trace knows that. I know that.
So Kyron is just gonna sigh. It's just
Kyron.
gonna be like, I'm up now at least, so I don't mind doing it.
It's alright. I
That's
can.
great. Would you, if you'd be so kind as to assist me with that? I'd join you. It's just actually, you might get a real kick out of this. So yeah, Trace and Kyron are probably going to go off and.
Okay, yeah, he goes along with Trace then, as he looks back at Rowan and is like, it's kind of like, I think I've worked you up enough at this point. When I get back, we'll get to it. And basically after that, he is going to just walk off down with Trace, as he seems like he is struggling for a bit of patience at this point, but he's still gonna seem respectable enough to you. And he follows you.
Trace is basically just going to talk about, like, as they do this shit. Trace is just going to shoot the air with him about, stuff that they have in common.
Oh right, which
They
is
both know
obviously next to nothing.
Well, they both dress rather well.
Oh, okay.
As they get to the horse and everything, Toruh's just gonna fly down to the stable
Yeah.
and be like, "All right, Kyron, how are you?"
Kyron immediately picks
Seriously,
up that
I didn't
something
know you were
is
gonna do
going
this.
on,
No, I'm
and
not
he
gonna hurt him.
straightens his stance a little bit, but
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, I'm not gonna hurt you, mate. Honestly.
he still
I have
remain.
no
He
part
hasn't
in
like
this.
made any other action other than going from like a casual stance to like a formal one, really. But
Yeah,
other than
that's
that,
fine.
he's just like, what can I?
I'm just
what do
gonna
you
be
need me
like-
for? Well,
Well, I'm
actually,
just gonna
no.
like-
What did you bring me out here for, really?
To be honest, he just asked me for a favour, so.
Hmm.
And I do actually need to check on the horse.
Yeah,
so he's
your
gonna go
horse
check
is
on the horse
currently-
and I'll be like talking to him.
The verb I would use for your horse right now is decaying.
Yeah, I haven't fed it.
You haven't fed it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Say that.
So I'm gonna go up to Kyron and be like, "Look, mate, I don't trust one iota on your body, and if you hurt my friend, emotionally, physically, anything at all, I'm gonna go right up to his ear."
Yeah, we're all waiting. You may have cut out just right when you were whispering.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right up to his ear and go, "Omaiwa, Moshinderi," and then walk away.
Hang on,
Does he have
Will.
any idea?
Will. Hang on. You do. We got this ready.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Yeah, that is his reaction, probably. What?
Yeah, I
Minus
bet-
hopefully minus the exploding.
Yeah, no. Exploding of the horse added. No.
Yeah,
Explode them.
yeah. Trey turns around, "Nani?" and then the horse explodes.
Don't you dare touch my horse.
I'm only
damn it.
kidding. I'm only kidding.
Seriously,
That's
that
fine.
horse saved my bacon in the last match.
Mm.
Last round of combat. That thing was epic.
I'm just gonna be like, "Do you know what that means?"
I don't even need to know what it means to know what you mean by it.
Good. And then I'm
He's
just gonna fly
confessing.
off.
Trey's just like, he's confessing to you.
And then I'm just gonna fly off.
And when you are absolutely out of earshot and it's just you and Trace, he doesn't mind just saying a simple bell end. And then he will just go back up to Rowan.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, he seems to relax back and he goes like, "Your friends are very suspicious of me. Can't blame them, but I didn't expect them to make that much of an effort to put me in my place."
What did they do? It wasn't just Trey's?
Oh,
Trey's too.
I don't want to say. They're good friends of yours.
Was it the horse?
No, the horse just smelled
Trey's
funny.
made the horse eat. Trey's made the horse eat him.
It brayed very suspiciously.
It did, honestly. It honestly did very suspiciously. But
I can't do this.
but anyway, he's just like, well, he seemed to say that if I stay around you another day, I'm gonna get murdered by him.
You didn't say that. That's a lie.
Really?
Really?
I'm gonna have to have a word with them. That's not okay. It really isn't.
Yeah, but
He's
like,
just jealous. He really is.
you don't need people like that, Rowan. And what's more, if you turn on him, if you disappoint him in any way, he's just gonna pull a stunt like he did at the bar, and he's going to hurt somebody in the process. You shouldn't hang out with these people anymore.
I hurt no one.
Anyway, he's just like, you should come with us. We can listen. I know I have done you wrong in the past, but like, I have honestly done all I can to go on the straight and narrow, and I did it for someone like you, and it's not worth it unless I can spend more time with you rather than just a casual passing. You know?
What a manipulating cunt.
Oh, Jesus.
I know what
Listen.
you mean.
Reminds me of my ex.
You don't have
Seriously,
to.
Toruh, Trey's big for this because you've dragged him into some sort of emotional shit he just doesn't need to deal with.
Tracy.
But yeah, but he's just like, you don't have to give me an answer now. But like, listen, I know that like also, your dad, insert name that I have forgotten, has
Jeff.
gone on a bit of a mad manhunt for you actually, and like,
No.
he has been doing everything in his power, like doggedly. He has spent every ounce of his resources to get you back, and he has made agreements to countless other houses that are doggedly chasing after you. And I feel like these guys are drawing way too much attention to themselves. You come with me, and I can have it so that you'll never be bothered by your family again.
Because you'll be dead.
This is definitely the speech of someone who's going to dump your body in a river. Tom.
Make me an insight check.
Oh, okay, hang on. Insight.
He's being entirely honest. He really does want the best for you.
Ah, Jesus, we've actually been like complete jerks for no reason. Thanks, Toruh.
Probably roll like a 12. I don't think so.
That's meta.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
We have no proof.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm glad you're telling me this. I have been lax in keeping an eye out for these things. Usually, I check everywhere I go, but perhaps where I am, who I am now, isn't safe anymore.
A new
I'll keep this
identity,
in
a
mind.
new place, a whole start over. And again, there would be no chance that your family would ever catch up with you again. I will guarantee that.
But then, that's what I thought all those years ago. And to make a fresh start again, I've got a reputation now. People know my name. This name. And
Ooh.
Shut up, Toruh.
Sorry.
Quiet, Ghost of Toruh.
I'll think on it. It's a big decision to make.
Okay. And,
But
yeah.
Your help is very much appreciated. Thank you.
He just sighs quietly as he was hoping that... well, he's hopeful that he can convince you, it seems. Very clear. But in the meantime, once the mood of the conversation has lightened again, the canoodling continues, and he does follow through with any promise he has made to Rowan in the bedroom. And
Oh, hey.
and Toruh may have more maintenance work to do the next day.
God.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's been a while.
yes, like there's a full day of like after the pen workup, there's like a full day of just work, energy bar, work.
See me do me work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, like, Rowan hasn't really gotten lucky since, like, Nightstone, so...
Yeah. So there's probably a lot of traveling on the road to work off, certainly, and it is definitely being worked off for sure.
Yes, with Chiron and his expert massages.
Yes, exactly. And even if he is a nice guy, tieflings have an infernal flavor to their activities.
Don't tell me he's sinfully delicious.
Oh, yes.
Dunno. That forked tongue, to say the least.
I knew a girl like that.
You knew several girls, Toruh. All of them may be your cousins. You'll never know.
Wait, what? That's not where I was going.
I know. That's where I'm taking it. Anyway, that's fair enough. So, Toruh, your work is almost done, and with it, you don't have to stay around this place. And probably in your thinking, you're just like, sooner we can ditch this fucking tiefling, the sooner we can get on with our lives. But also, make me a perception check. Over the horizon, you see a familiar airship.
Ah, finally.
Yeah, it looks like it will take another like half an hour to get to you, which gives you just enough time to round people up. But it looks like your rider's here. You've been in one place long enough that there's been a possibility of catching up with you.
Jeffrey or whatever. Woo.
Oh, actually,
You can't then, mate.
Yeah. It's okay, he'll catch up. But like, Toruh, first actions, you have basically finished off your work. You've thrown 30 gold pieces to the tavern keeper. And somebody's car just drove by. But yeah, there's still sort of talks going on in the bar as the Oboff is like, "The hell are you doing interrupting?"
Who? To who?
You, as you like come into the bar just to throw the 30 gold pieces you thought you were going to, as you interrupt his talks with some of the villagers.
What? Oh, I'm done. I was giving the barkeep a bit of extra coin because it was my bad and everything.
Right, fair enough then. Well,
What are you doing?
that's none of your business, but you have done your word, and so your community service is considered paid off.
Thanks, Dad.
Go talk to Kyron, and he'll give you your javelin back.
I just thought, oh no, it's alright, and then I'll just hold up my hand and he'll just put it on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Toruh,
back.
Yeah, you are.
because of the rules
Okay,
of things that you are attuned to, this does not happen.
Well, I'm only attuned to 3 things.
I know this isn't to do with your list of attuning stuff.
What?
Your
Okay.
javelin doesn't
I'm
come
gonna-
back. But
I'm
all
gonna
this,
storm up. I'm gonna storm up to Rowan's room or wherever.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm
just be like,
killing the
knock, knock,
horse.
knock.
Yeah, and Rowan, you can't
Is
talk.
Rowan and Kyron like still in bed, or have they like concluded the canoodles?
The canoodles have been concluded, and Rowan, you are not even close to talking at this moment. Not because of any restraints or what have you. You're that exhausted. But a very sweaty Kyron, lightly draped, will come to the door and will go, "Ah, Toruh, what a surprise!" As he looks
Where's my
very tired.
javelin?
Ah, right. You have done your service now. It's down at the keep in a vault. We've got the keys. I'll take you there now if you are ready to go.
Okay. Oi, Freddy, Trace, do you want to come with me?
No, I have business at the stables. It turns out that my check on the horse last night revealed it was very ill, and I have to kill it. So
You have to kill it?
Look, don't just
Yeah.
have to kill it. Look, don't tell Rhiannon; she'll get upset.
Okay.
Don't tell
Little
Alfie.
Alfie.
Okay.
Don't tell Alfie; she'll be very, very angry with me.
Okay.
And normally I wouldn't care, but I just don't want the hassle because Rowan's already going to be pissed off at me for helping you. So I'm off to see a man about a horse.
That man is yourself.
God damn it. Well, I'm gonna grab Alfie and Rhiannon and Freddy Fingerer and be like, "Oi, you lot come with me, all right?"
Yeah,
Yeah, they all follow after you, and Kyron keeps to his word as he leads you to the keep.
As we're walking, I'm gonna be like, "So tell me, why can't I call it to me?" Wait, what? No, Alex, no.
Suddenly, a horse bays in a horrible, necrotic sounding tone, as it sounds like fucking death. Rowan, you smell delicious horse meat.
Oh no!
Oh nay! Oh my god! Oh god, not again! I mean, you don't have that compulsion, but you're having memories of that compulsion.
Oh my god.
As horse meat is burning.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks. Anyway, Toruh, you're led up to the keep, and yeah, he basically nods to some of the other guards, just the 1 or 2 that are between the keep and this vault in particular. He opens it up, and there with a bunch of other armory, there's yours put on a little individual box, and there's like a little tag to it, has a number, and he removes the tag, and you see a little bit of a tiny amount of glow that then breaks off when he breaks the little string, and he says, "That just kept it from coming back to you. It's all good now." And yeah, you basically have your...
Sorry. I'll
It's okay.
try. I forgot to push talk. I'll be like, okay, I'll try and call it back. Then does it come back to me?
Outside the keep, he insists. You know, because you're inside a keep. Calling the lightning here is dangerous.
No.
And
not
also,
calling the lightning. Calling the javelin to me.
So like you kind of like drop it to the ground and like summon it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stands back
Okay.
and he lets you do that as it seems safe enough to do.
Okay.
And
does it feel the same or not?
No, it doesn't. And it doesn't come back when you call it back.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, so what you done?
Hey, I have no idea. This is your web magic weapon.
Shit.
No, you can do an insight right off the bat.
Weird.
Oh Jesus.
He is being completely and honestly truthful. He has no idea why this weapon isn't working for you.
Bring it to me, I'll Arcana check it.
Yeah, I think I'll have to. Fuck. That's the thing though. Toruh wouldn't believe him, but I guess he has to take him at his word, but he still feels skeptical. Then can we say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely. He also hates this guy because he's getting fun times in Rowan.
Oh yeah.
So
You know,
he wouldn't.
At this point with that, Toruh's like, you know what? Rowan's your friend. Let them do what they want. But he doesn't trust this guy as far as he could throw a cat.
Nice.
How far is that? I'd like to know the specifics.
As far as he can throw a javelin. That's how far.
Yeah. Well, okay. As far as he could throw a frost giant, then let's say that.
Jesus Christ.
That's about like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Come on, only three. This is Toruh we're talking about.
It is. Yeah, it is the demigod that is Toruh.
I'm sorry, but even as strong as Toruh
That's a
is, he is
giant.
going to get
No.
crushed beneath Frost Giant. But
know,
no,
I'm gonna
that's okay.
Crushed.
Either way, he is as lost about this as you are.
Okay. I'm gonna walk on back then.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you walk on back and your airship is ready over view, and just like they did on their first encounter, they have a they keep themselves outside the town a bit, though because of its view, most people can see where it is, and this does have people on edge. You figure like you'd better leave soon before people take action against a dragon cult ship.
It's alright, guys. It's just neutral. We'll be gone soon, don't worry.
That isn't putting anybody off.
Yeah, I gathered.
But yeah, if you have any business, time to deal with it now. If you have any goodbyes with people, time to deal with it now.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Rowan and be like, come on, we gotta go.
By then, Rowan is dressed, but a bit sleepy, and
Trains
probably-
grabs Toruh by the scruff of his neck and drags him out so Rowan can have a minute with her friend.
I do.
appreciated.
Yeah. Right.
This is for your own benefit.
Wait, mate, check this for me, please.
Of course, I'll check it for you. Give me a sec. I need to get my.
While they do this, Rowan, time to say goodbye or time to go off with. So like, as Chase leads Toruh out, Kyron is like, this window right here, we could go out. By the next day, Oboth will let me take you as far down as Tribal. We can be heading south and keep going south where it's warm and sunny. And we'll go as further south than the furthest you've ever been. We'll go as far as Chol if you want.
That is tempting. But if what you said before was true, sorry, I got shot. I'd rather be in company as safe as this. And I owe them a lot. I owe them my life. To run away now would be cowardly. And
He does go to say, I'm sorry, but like they're not. I was with the wizard yesterday. His connections with nobility, he's tipping off your dad to where you are.
Oh, you son of a!
You
Yes.
cunt.
I mean, you can follow.
Trey's
on
eyeing up the room where they are with his wand of fireballs.
No, this is you are outside of earshot for this. This is between Rowan and him, and he's like, I can't stop you because honestly, your magic is more powerful than anything I could do. So, I can't stop you, but I know how to at least hide myself from these people, and you're still associated with these nobles, and they are going to tip each other off for their own benefit. Well, I can't really stop you, but he asked me to steal from a library just yesterday. I don't know why. He was after some sort of book in particular.
When did
excuse
I
me.
ask him?
No, he asked the other guy.
No. I apologize. He will say that he does know of the fact that he hired a guy to be stealing from the library, though he didn't make any action because he's one of your friends and he's protecting you guys basically because he believes this is like Rowan was in on this. You guys are here to do some good, and that's what he's saying to them, as he's just like he's tipping off your father. He's stealing from libraries for some information. I don't know what, but all the same.
But he smells really good.
I mean, that I'll give him. But other than that, yeah. I mean, I can't stop you, but at the same time, they're going to be your end, Rowan.
Well,
I'll tell you what. If you believe nothing else, check his belongings. I guarantee to you, he will have some letter from your father, and you'll see that what I'm saying is the truth.
allow me to investigate this myself. If what you say proves to be true, then I will come back, and we can go as far as we can, and maybe start afresh because I will have to. But at least allow me to act on my own and discover this for myself.
Whenever you're ready, you can meet me at Red Larch. I promise I'll be there for you.
Thank you.
Is it back to normal now, or is it still like shit?
Anyway, so now you guys... Okay, so that's their segment done, and people can act how they want to. So, what do you get people get to now?
Rowan's gonna kiss Karen goodbye and come back to the team.
Yeah.
So while they're doing that, me and Trace are going to be having a look at this thing, and I assisted. So do we get the advantage on that?
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
Trace being a wizard as well can instantly just snap his fingers and knows that this is a javelin.
No, but like magic-wise, there's something.
No,
wrong with
this
it,
is just a plain javelin.
We've been had.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. Will you stop me? Will you stop me? Will you stop me if I just go and kill him?
I will right now. Because right now,
I want you guys to fully understand, you don't know anything of the conversation he's had with Rowan.
No. But
this is only on the javelin.
Shit.
I'm going to go not to him, but to the guy who's in charge of it.
Oh,
same.
Oboff.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And
he's still at the.
Trey just goes to Toruh. Look, I know you're angry. I get that you're really pissed about this.
I'll let you do the talking.
Thank you. And look, Toruh.
Yeah.
I'm on your side on this.
I'm on your side too, mate.
I don't need you to be on my side.
I know, but I think we've been. I think we've been through enough where I can.
Yes, but I'm
trust you at this point.
Toruh,
Max,
I'm about to become a really condescending asshole.
Oh,
so
go on.
Watch this.
Just pausing quickly, Max. Just highlight the Magnus X Toruh fan. You know, the ship somewhere in the sketchbook of ideas. Just give it another X.
As Toruh's glow raged around Trace.
Trace snapped his fingers and turned it necrotic.
Oh,
yeah,
damn!
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Trace blushed. Let's carry on.
I mean, I can write
God
the fan
damn
fiction,
you,
honestly.
No, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. Okay then. So yeah, you basically confront him in the tavern as he's just finishing up with the villager that he had lately just talked to. And when you come in, he slams his book down and gets up as he again goes, "I thought you were going."
We are, but I have a minor bit of business to accost with you first.
Well, it seems that we are constantly at your leisure, so go on. What business do you have?
Well, my bodyguard, his magic
Yo.
lightning javelin seems to have been replaced with a fraud.
That has nothing to do with me, and I don't even know anything to do with that. Magic is inscrutable, which is why I don't partake in any involvement of it. And those that rely on it should expect that their weapons and their armor and all of their other fanciful auras can all go awry.
It's all tricky stuff. It's all tricky stuff in the end, I agree with you, but here's the thing. This is annoying. He is a member of my retinue. Do you understand what that means? His life is needed to keep mine safe.
Okay, Trace, you're getting an inspiration for this because I'm loving the full-on selfish reasoning.
Do you fully understand that if I die, my noble house dies?
So
I am the last fucking heir to my entire lineage.
Oh,
what was it? What was it? Viserys said in the first series of Game of Thrones. It was like, "I am the last of a dynasty. I am the dragon."
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Don't wake the dragon, little sister.
That's it.
Now,
Yes,
you can
exactly.
understand how the fact that my main frontline bodyguard has lost one of his weapons. I'm not happy about this. I want it back.
So like,
And I am more than willing to talk to the higher lords of the castle about this.
So Trace, excellent role playing, man. You
Thank
definitely
you.
have that inspiration. But this dude is not backing down as he goes, "Tell them yourself. Tell them how someone on your own watch would dishonor you by coming in here and causing such a ruckus under your supervision. You hire nothing but brutes if you claim to be so associated with them. And while you're at it, tell them of your marked history, that you are going off into a private den to practice some other form of magic. No, it's not unaware of us that you've been practicing something necrotic. But all the same, you weren't hurting anyone or you weren't casting." Yes,
Look,
that
I
too.
bought the
We
horse
put
from a
all of that
two-bit
aside
scumbag.
because of your house. We had given you every courtesy, including how your own bodyguard there stepped out of line. We've made no action with his precious javelin, and we are not responsible for however it ends up.
And
Toruh's
you're willing
fingers
to
are like
swear
twitching
this.
at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
And
going to make an insight check.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So yeah,
Cock.
he's telling the truth. He has no idea what's happened to your javelin.
Bollocks, I really want to be able to help out here, but I don't think I can.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Look, I understand. You're a working stiff. We're all working stiffs. And,
Playing good cop now.
but we are fighting something larger than all of us.
Literally.
And if I don't, if I don't get my shit back, we are going to lose, and this world is going to be put in the shit." So quite frankly, my friend, or well, not really my friend, but hey, I'm trying to give you a courtesy here. I need my stuff. You need us to get out of here. Tell me where it is, and we'll go. Simple as.
I will say this for the last time, you ignorant, rock-headed idiot. We have not got your javelin. You have it.
See, now this is the problem.
Luke,
You can't
can
really
you level
trust
with
us
me
then,
here?
can you?
What's that? Sorry,
Look,
Chase.
out of game, can you level with me here? Has he actually nicked the javelin, or is
We don't know.
my perception so stupid because I'm
I'll
kind of
let you
wasting
presume and act on what you know in character.
I'll just be like, well, you can't really trust us then, can you, with the truth?
Sorry, Alex.
I'm gonna make another Arcana check of the thing.
You already know it's not magical.
No, we know it's not. We got a 27.
Okay, so we know it's definitely not
Yeah,
him.
that's definitely not my one.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely know this is just a plain javelin.
Okay, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. What can we do to find it?
Scrying. Toruh is aware of it.
I don't
If
know
he
how-
can be somehow influencing
Toruh,
some scrying magic.
We're in the building.
Well, I can use magic, and however difficult it is, it might be a bit, but still.
Anyway, some amount of scrying could possibly be done at some point. However, for whatever action you take, you're both convinced that this dude doesn't know where your javelin is, and he's telling the truth.
Well, I'm still skeptical as fuck, but
Absolutely.
I sort of have to believe. Yeah.
You could be skeptical, and you're just like, "There's something missing here," but all the same,
Yeah.
you have to work on the assumption that
he seems truthful, but there's still something a little bit weird here, kind of thing.
something
Yeah.
isn't adding up, Watson.
Something
help
ain't
me.
quite right here.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna be like, does he have that book on him?
It's on the table, sure.
What's with that book?
Does it help you find your javelin? And he goes
Might
up
do.
and opens a page. He opens it right in front of you, and there he can see a bunch of names and a bunch of ages on the page that he's opened up to. And he
What was
turns it around and
was-
puts it in front of you.
What was he looking for again? What was he interviewing him all about again?
You don't know this. Trace,
No,
you
Trace
remember
would
that
have
he
known.
was
Trace told
after,
me,
he was
so-
looking for information to do with the lost tomb of Mornbryn.
I was like, you seem to be interviewing
Alex is
people.
calling me, so I imagine he's lost connection.
Oh, probably.
But it's all cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Alex, I'll ask how is Alex then, until he gets
you just
his,
dropped out, I think.
yeah. So I asked him out as he will go that, he will go, then why is it you happen to have a symbol for the Black Network on your damn cover? And what's more, why would it be that you, a person of the watch, would be so interested of some lost tomb that has no relevance to your work, basically? Someone's been doing extra homework that they're not really meant to be up to. To which he will be firm that, more things you want to judge me on then, that you know nothing about. You ever looked in the West? We got a fuck ton of trolls to be on the watch for, and they like to dig. They like to find whatever way they can to start taking a hold over the rest of the, civilization. So yes, we have to find out where these lost tombs are, so we know that they're not collecting and growing power so close to this base before they then ransack it. As for the symbol, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, honestly.
We might know where those tombs are.
So, deception, I would say.
Deception. Yeah.
Alright, very interesting. As a point of interest, he's wearing splint mail, by the way. That's the kind of armor he's got going on. So very stacked in a way. You need insight, wisdom. He goes to the book and is like, what's it going to take for you to tell us then, I imagine you got something that since you've been so uncooperative so far, aside from doing your forced charity service from the damages you caused, I don't suppose you'll be giving up this information for nothing, will you?
If you can aid me in finding, my missing tool, then maybe, yeah, definitely. I'll definitely give you the place where I know it'd be.
Well, for starters, you're assuming we know where your javelin is, which
no,
we
I'm not
don't.
assuming you know. I'm just asking if you can help me find it.
He gives you a kind of, like, defeated nod of approval as that seems like that's a reasonable idea.
Fuck yeah.
It's okay. Don't worry, Alex. You'll catch up. It's fine. But yeah, he's like, we'll be on the lookout for any javelins that do any amount of magical electric damage. If we should find some, I mean, well, how long are you gonna stay for?
It depends how. It does depend how long until I get my javelin back, really, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just? And you're not gonna tell us where the tomb is until you get your javelin back, and we somehow miraculously retrieve it from somewhere.
You say you don't like magic, but I'm sure you're using telekinesis there, mate.
He's like, you mean telepathy?
Whatever.
He has you there, fucking Toruh. He has you there.
Yeah. I had a brain fart then. That was more me than Toruh.
No, yeah, that was brilliant. It worked out well.
Imagine I said telepathy, but...
No, I wanted that use telekinesis. Because Toruh doesn't know. But,
he does know magic, but not that high level, I guess, also.
And he goes, well, since this is actually fucking important to us to know, we have no choice, but we're going to assist you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I would imagine somebody who considers themselves half as valorous as you consider yourself would have just given it away, this information. But no, that's fine. We'll find your javelin, and we'll somehow, for the sake of this town, we will. So sure. Do what you want. I'll get my men on it and see what we can do.
Well, thank you, sir.
Anyway.
Alright, so I'll catch him up. So basically, shit went down, and then we killed it. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. So we were talking and shit, and I said, well, I might know where those tombs are. And then I said, I'll tell you where it is if you give me my if you help me find my javelin, basically. And they've agreed to do that.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, yeah, so you guys kind of hang around. You have got an airship waiting on you, though.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be like, I'm going to go to Rowan and be like, hey, I've bought us a few more days here. We need to head off in a bit, though.
Oh, brilliant.
This is awkward.
Hey, like, we're old enough to make our own mistakes, but he's not what he says he is, and I'm not saying this out of, childish jealousy or whatever. But
make an insight check, please, Rowan.
He's not being entirely truthful with you.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Okay. No, we're taking that crit.
Yeah.
So, Toruh, given all the information that you have had to accept this dude at his word, this actually is chalked up to just jealousy. Whether you can remember...
No, because we know he's from the Zentrium.
Oh, I mean, Chase knows
and
that...
Trace did tell him.
Yeah.
What you know is that Obar Thornsteel has a book that has the symbol of the Zentium on.
No, I told Trace to go check out what they were doing down in the bottom of the box. Then Trace came back up to me and told me what they were doing.
And that was?
They're part of the Zentium, and they're trying to, interrogate, quite forcefully, people to try and tell them where something is.
Obar Thornsteel has a book
Trace
that looks like
told
it's...
me.
I know.
Trace?
The other guy wasn't there.
I know what...
Assume that I'm not metagaming. This is like
I know.
Assume that, he is also part of the Zentrum because there's a boss.
So you're more than convinced with the evidence you have against Obar Thornsteel that he's shady. That much is obvious from what Chase knows. In all the time you've been here, Kyron has more or less been at the beck and call of Rowan, and he's not been in any way called upon or asked much of by his boss. He might well be legit. You have no evidence against
but he still works for him.
That is true.
That's like saying Fredo from The Godfather is a legit businessman, even though he does work for The Godfather. But you never see him work directly with The Godfather, or some guy never does, but he works.
I'm sure there's examples that can prove that you're not always as bad or as good as your employer. But anyway, you can absolutely hold a lot of skepticalness if it's.
He is jealous, yeah. Like I will say that, but he still doesn't trust. He still knows there's something weird about him.
All right, then I leave this to Rowan. Rowan, you can take Toruh at his word, or
you don't have. No, he to be fair, Toruh said that he isn't jealous, but he is jealous. We'll say that.
Okay, so I'll allow Rowan to decide how much of this is still jealousy and how much of this is to be taken for truth. So I'll just leave that to you instead.
Okay. Well, Ron's just gonna be like, they're a little bit blinded by like how much he seems to have changed, and so like that and everything that he said has made them suspicious.
I cut out there.
Alright, I'm just saying that
I cut out immediately when you started talking. So.
Okay, I'll start again. Basically, Rowan is very biased because Kyron seems to have changed, but also everything that he said about the team has made them a bit suspicious. So they're going to assume it's mainly just jealousy, but they are going to like nod and listen, but like see like nah. So yeah, we're gonna say anything else or?
Yeah, like look, my composure in this place hasn't been the best, and you know other stuff, but we're still your friends, and you can trust us because I trust you with everything I have, my life and everything. So that's all I'm going to say, and then I'll just walk away.
Okay, I'll think on this.
It's interesting to me that it's been like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I have played nothing but Dragon Ball Z Super theme on violin. Sorry, go on.
I think it suits it because it sounds kind of country, so it's good for like
exactly
a village. But yeah. Despite the temptation to sort of like run back to Kyron and be like, yeah, we have a few more days. Rowan's gonna actually check in with the team and just be like, and just wonder what we've got the few days left for. So
Trace will inform her about the tombs.
Right.
Oh, can Trace also tell her about the javelin? Tell them about the javelin because
Trace shares the javelin.
Doesn't really want to.
Do you want me to ask Kyron about it?
That seems like a good idea. He seems very knowledgeable about a bunch of things that go on around the place.
If you think that'll help, yes. I mean, I'd happily accept any information he could provide us.
Wonderful.
Oh, and Rowan, side note.
Yes?
When Toruh asked me to do him the favour last night, I didn't know what he was going to do with it.
I believe I know what you're referring to.
I honestly thought he was going to talk to you.
Fair enough. I will bear this in mind.
And I feel that I've participated in something that has damaged the trust that we have as teammates. So I'm going to apologise for that.
Well,
I know I'm not the best human being in the world, but this team means something to me.
All the drama now.
So, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. But we'll let future events dictate whether or not we can trust each other again, shall we?
I think that's more than fair. And that's more than I deserve.
Anyway, if you don't mind, I need to speak to Karen.
Side note, when Toruh walked away, he went to go to the airship to tell them what was going down, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Cool.
imagine the discussion that goes past.
Yeah.
Oh look, my favourite people. Thank you for
Oh,
making this so easy to get
I
to
am
find you.
so sorry, but we were going to die.
I really, to God, wish you had died.
I
You
love
don't
you
know.
too, and I'm
Jesus.
so happy we're seeing you.
I
Again.
thought I had seen you get blasted so suddenly that there was nothing left of you to pick up. But no, here you are, and I have to do errands for you. Again.
I know, I'm so happy to see you too, my friend.
Ah, damn. These are the guys I need to talk to, actually.
Yeah,
Shit.
but look, mate, we're gonna need a couple more days.
Oh,
You're fine here.
beautiful.
You're fine here. It's all right. Do you want any like drinks or anything? Go get you some drinks or something.
The blood from your still pumping heart.
Oh, you're so funny, Declan.
You remembered his fucking name. And yeah, he says quite simply, I want to see you die and brought back and die again. I want to see
We
it
can
done.
arrange that for the right
20
price.
I would pay it. Anyway, that conversation goes as you may expect it. Rowan,
Yeah.
you go to Kyron, who I mispronounced, but basically, yeah, he's just like, he looks hopeful, like, oh, you changed your mind?
Good news. So we can see each other a bit more, and I might have a bit more time to decide. That's all right. So I'm sorry if it seemed like I wanted to.
It's your
Yes,
decision, Rowan. I respect whatever you
I was
take.
meaning to speak to you, actually.
I'm at your service.
I understand you know quite a bit about this area, and you were. Hang on. Out of character, does Rowan know that Kyron had the javelin?
Kyron has never had the javelin, and he's not certainly said that he's had.
Oh, so did he need to know where the keep was, where it was kept?
Yeah. Oh, excuse
right,
me,
sorry.
I apologize. I got confused with my rogues. He has, he obviously took it off Oboth when Oboth took it off, Toruh, and he put it in the vault of the keep, basically. But under Oboth's orders, nothing more. And he has told you that much.
Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you a bit more about that. Apparently there's been some trouble, some mix-up regarding the javelin, and you must understand this is massively important to us. Because Toruh is us, and without him, the rest of us would be in a lot more danger. So I was wondering if the real javelin is?
Well,
Can Rowan, like, bat the lash a bit?
I mean, no,
persuasion,
they are
maybe?
already enamored with you. You don't need to put yourself out for them to still want to do stuff for you. They will absolutely want to do stuff for you because it's you and they adore you. So he's going to be like, well, it'll be under Oboth's orders, but he hasn't been keeping tabs on me for lately. I know a few shady sorts around here, and if it has been nicked or taken for whatever, I can ask a few favors and I can see what I can find out. I'll probably find something by this evening.
Would you be able to do that? It
Absolutely.
means so much.
No,
Thank you.
no, my pleasure. The day progresses, and Kyron comes back to you in your room with you, you know, and he does say that, yeah, I did find it, or at least I heard tell of it, at least.
Where?
Bastard.
So, one of the nights, your wizard had sent a letter, or rather received a letter, from your father that was saying that they had men very close on their way to come and kill everybody except for you. And to make that happen, he sent the shadier one you keep with you. I don't know his name, but he sent that dude to go off and steal not only just a book from the keep library, but while he was at it, to steal the lightning javelin and then throw it into the river, Mornbryn.
Right.
That
How
guy
long ago
better
was that?
back the hiffle up right now.
That was since 2 days ago, right in the middle when Toruh was doing his service. Yeah. It means that he's weaker, and therefore possesses a threat to the men that your father has been sending, who are no more than about 3 to 2 days away.
I see. In that case, then, it's imperative we go and look for it as soon as possible.
He gives like a shrug as he goes, "I'm willing to help you, and I will absolutely do this if it means that much to you. But Rowan, it's a stick in a river, and it's gone flowing downstream for more than probably 2 days or so. Lord knows where it's ended up or what side of the bank it's on."
Perhaps, but we have to try.
Do you? What more do you need? This wizard that's between you is in cahoots with your father. They're 3 days away. We gotta get going. You can't be worrying about a lightning spear at this point, or javelin.
Oh my god.
Seriously,
Sorry,
when I get my hands on this asshole, I'm going to make him so dead the gods won't be able to resurrect him. Nice.
Well, even if Trace is some saboteur working with my father, I trust her, and if we can get that javelin back, we at least have a fighting chance.
It's... Every day you go on it on foot, it travels another day. When you go to sleep, it continues floating downstream. It's not possible, Rowan. You'd be spending your whole life chasing the river to the sea. And by which point, it will look like any other stick.
Perhaps Toruh would be able to find it. He should be still attuned to it. And we have griffins.
You do not have... You do have griffins!
We do have griffins. Yeah.
Oh my fuck, yes! You have 4 griffins!
Wait, we have griffins?
Yeah, they were pulling your cart! They smelled
shit,
a bit
I don't
funny
remember that.
too. You had 2 griffins and 1 horse. The horse is now being burnt by your necromancer, but the griffins are still smelly.
That's actually a brilliant idea. Allow me to go and speak with my team, and if we can come up with a plan, we should be able to find it soon before whoever's looking for us comes and actually finds us.
Rowan,
This might work.
he looks desperate at this point, and he goes into his chest pocket and he hands you a folded up piece of paper.
What's this? And Rowan's gonna read it.
He just says send nudes.
Rowan strips. No kidding.
Like on the spot, like, yes, daddy. I don't know. But so first it's
Heads up, guys. I need to be within 60 feet of the griffins in order to maintain control of them. So even with my spell sniper, That's 120 feet, so I'm going to have one of the griffins.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, yes.
I just don't want them eating you.
Okay, yes. So, okay, yes. So, I'm just, it's getting late for my family, so just talking down a bit. I'll trim this out for convenience sake. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, you have to be within a certain range of your griffins.
On the notes.
Yeah. I thought I heard you say it on that note, but anyway, yes. So you have plans with the griffins, but yeah. So on the piece of paper, it reads, okay, yeah. So, on it reads, 30 bowmen, 20 foot soldiers, another 20 that will be dedicated to picking up Rowan in particular, will be in your route within the next 3 days. And there's a date. There's a date that says at the top right that this was received, or rather sent, about 5 days ago. And so it takes into account travel time and what have you. And it goes on to say, any damage to Rowan will be forgiven, but death of Rowan will not be forgiven at all. If failure comes, it will come because you have failed this house, which will not be tolerated either. On behalf of Tybalt von Magnus, and relayed from your father, Rowan, Cragsworth, I think. Cragsmere, yeah. And he's just like, you're being played by these people.
Come on, Rowan, what's the one thing you know about Trays?
He's posh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's his family situation? Think back to his brother.
Yeah.
Wait.
Brother.
So Rowan's gonna look absolutely furious, and just sort of like pet Kyron on the cheek and be like, "Thank you for showing me this."
He grabs your hand and is like, "These people mean to take you back, and they mean to kill Alfie, I believe, or I don't know who's in on it, but I mean, I know from the letter that Chase is going to be against them. He's a necromancer, for Christ's sake, and also the rogue. He's going to turn on the rest of you. Your friends, your set of 4 or 5 rather, are going to become a group of 3, as you have to face 50 plus people. You can't stay with these people another day. If we get out now, we can lose all tracks.
Sorry.
You want to follow the river to be downstream by Yata by tomorrow.
Talk to Trays, accuse him openly.
To be fair, what he's saying is bullshit, apart from with Freddy Fingerlock, because I have no clue if he might betray us or not, so there we go. But we are paying him, so probably not.
Chiron, allow me a moment to just...
He basically goes... He pats your hand, and he goes, I'm going to get a boat ready by the riverside.
And I'm gonna get
I'll see you within 3 hours, otherwise I'll leave without you. Not for anything, just only because I want you to be there with me, Rowan. I don't want to leave you here like this, but it sounds like there's also going to be a hell of a fight that I won't be able to live through.
Me neither.
So he just basically, he will give you a kiss on the forehead this time, and he will go as he means to prove his actions. But yeah, you now can go back to the group.
Rowan's basically going to storm straight to Trays.
I'm with Trays.
Okay, yeah. And just like, basically, they're gonna give Toruh like a look of, go now.
Shit.
Absolutely furious. And we're like, I need to speak to Trays alone now.
Alfie and I imagine Rhiannon and the 4 little piggies immediately like, come along, dears. This is not somewhere we want to be. Would that be fair, Rhiannon? 7?
She's muted for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're eating. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Rowan.
Oh, I muted myself. I'm a fucking idiot.
It's okay. Anyway,
What are you gonna do?
yeah, go ahead,
Sorry.
Rowan.
Sorry.
Rowan tries totally alone now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know whether Toruh would leave or not. Okay, Toruh's gonna leave.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
Whereabouts
gonna
are they?
guard the door, just saying.
You're at like the
So,
parlor
where-
of the tavern.
Okay, cool. Rowan's gonna basically shove the letter in Trace's face and like, read this. Is it true?
I can't
Trace-
read.
Trace picks up the thing and like adjusts it so it's like the good distance from his face so he can
Trace.
actually read it.
This is in your father's penmanship.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And
Run.
signed by him.
Rowan, we need to run right now.
I know.
Look, whatever you think of me, just please, this is my father's work. The man is evil. I don't know what happened to him after my mother's death, but he rotted on the inside. He's more rotten than I am.
Answer me this. And they're going to point to the name Cragsmere. Do you have anything, any documents from this person here?
Just
Do you
so,
know Lord Cragsmere?
Just so we get to
I know
the heart
of
of it.
a Lord Cragsmere.
Just so we get to the heart of it, the letter is clearly addressed to Magnus. Trees, rather. It's clearly addressed to trees.
I know of him, but I only met him once and I was a boy. Attending one of those infernal parties when I was too young to really understand the meaning of them.
Oh, interesting.
I won't lie to you, Rowan. This is my father's work and he is the worst.
Apparently same.
But I haven't spoken to my father for weeks.
Hey, you ain't got nothing on a god who wants to kill the fucking world.
I haven't
Well,
spoken
promise
to
me
him.
this.
You saw my reaction to my brother. You know that I haven't been home for a long time, and this isn't even my penmanship.
Fair enough.
It is a
Well,
received letter, so it
Trace-
wouldn't be in your penmanship, would it?
Yeah, it's just to show the difference that I'm not making up this
So
Tybalt
you
von
never
Magnus.
How would you have not received that letter?
That's a good point. How would I receive this letter? I've been moving with you guys.
Well, it seems as though it has been stolen by somebody Kyron knows, or by Kyron, as it has been taken off whoever was meant to pass it on to you, or from you, and give it to Rowan instead.
If you don't trust it, you can always see how insightful you are.
Trey's hands over his spellbook to her.
Fair enough. I'll trust you on this, but do not breathe a word of the name Cragsmere in any relation to me to anyone. No one must know.
I swear on the memory of my mother.
Oh shit.
Some old drunk man in the bar just goes, "Did someone say Rowan Cragsmere?"
Trey shoots
There
the
is
man
no
a death
one in the
blow.
bar. There is
Sorry,
nobody in the
sorry.
bar. Don't worry.
No.
It wouldn't matter anyway. This isn't my real name. But yes, if you must know, Lord Cragsmere is my father. You probably guessed that already. You're a very
Trace has
smart
clamped
man.
his hands over his ears in a comical gesture to make sure that he doesn't want to know.
Fair enough.
It's like,
Fair enough.
this is your secret. This is your thing. And
Well,
I
it's not gonna be a
respect your
secret for much
privacy to
longer.
live your own life. Get the others.
Well,
Get the
yes.
others and go. I'm going to fight.
What?
I'm going to kill them.
You can't stay here.
I can. It's me. My father's. These men have. If they work for my father, they'll work for me.
That's a
And I'll
good
send them the
logic.
other way.
But that many people.
I'm not
You
going to
can't.
fight them, Rowan. I'm going to lead them away. and then I'm going to murder them all in their sleep.
Give me 20 good men.
And I'll impregnate the bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be better if I left.
No, the team needs you. This was never really my quest. It was yours. You were chosen.
You were chosen. You were the chosen one, Amakir.
You keep ruining the mood, or you...
Sorry. I'll mute myself.
No, it's
But you
okay.
you're just as much a part of the team now as any of us. You can't stay behind and risk getting hurt.
It's what friends do. And friends mean more to me than family ever did. Oh, let's say Trace walks out and just sort of...
It'll be awkward because you have another 2 days to wait upon such an arrival.
Yeah,
And you have an airship where
Trace
you
has
can
got
just
something
fuck
to...
off.
That's true. You guys should take the airship, and Trace's plan is to like send them the other way.
Rowan's not going to allow that, just saying.
As he walks out, I'm gonna be like, oh, what happened?
We're in trouble.
No, to Trace, I mean. Like, as Trace walks out, I'll be like following Trace.
Trace informs Toruh that there is an enemy force that is allied with our enemies. One of his enemies, that men are coming to take Rowan away, and the rest of the team has to gather around and protect her, take the airship and go.
I ain't
This is a
leaving.
personal matter
I
that
ain't
Trace will
leaving you.
deal with.
I'm not leaving you.
I'll be back.
I don't care.
I'm immortal.
You're gonna be back because I'm gonna make sure you do.
Oh, and Alfie, absolutely, if she overhears this, she will not let any risk of anyone dying on her watch again, so she will absolutely be staying with the necromancer, as her complete polar opposite is in danger of dying.
And them pigs aren't leaving us either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually,
Them
no.
pigs are like,
oddly
They
enough,
can't
it's
fix
the
their
pigs that are going to
Should
change
be
my
that,
mind.
wouldn't it?
No, the pigs will follow Rhiannon. If Rhiannon left, they would leave.
Yeah.
Pigs
I
don't care
can't
beyond
put the
Rhiannon.
pigs on the airship just because it's safer. It's probably safer there, but
They have a whole little hammock to themselves.
Besides, it's not exactly as if I'm fighting alone. I have the griffins.
Yeah, mate, you got me too. You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
No, Rihanna. No.
my ability to turn into
No.
a bear.
Rowan,
Yeah.
My chainsaw.
Rowan. Guys, this is
And my
this is
flute.
politics. This is politics, and this is Rowan's thing.
If needs must, I'll disguise myself.
Or we can all run.
That sounds like a much better plan.
Yeah, you have an airship. You have a river.
But note, by me running with you, I'm A.
I didn't hear that.
Because, you know, I'm a fucking necromancer. We do that shit.
Speaking of,
I
Trace.
can't leave Final Flash.
I'll bring
Trace,
back your damn spear.
Trace,
Oh.
do me a like a wisdom check. Just like, yeah, not a save, just a wisdom. Because wisdom is your knowledge on how to use the world around you. Yeah, give me a wisdom.
Yeah, my wisdom's actually average.
I mean, maybe this could even be a survival roll.
Oh, nice.
That's a good roll.
Holy crap, yeah.
So, you remember back in the opera, there was a certain play about two lovers that unfortunately got a bit too careless of a certain potion. But this gives you a certain idea that if Rowan is dead, then
Like
nobody
Bruce.
can go after them. Man, you can feign death.
Can I?
Yeah.
There's a spell that you have that's called False Life. Maybe
Feign
there's,
death,
well,
yeah.
maybe nothing like that. Maybe there is just something you can fashion that's in your
No,
Actually,
necrotic
I have
repertoire.
false life.
feign death would work. So
I have false life.
But that's just an idea.
Suggestion.
You
I have
all
suggestion. Shit, should have used that.
You have all
Yeah,
these
that's good.
amazing abilities, and you just forget them all. But yes, I'm just saying that you have a list of things that you as a necromancer could possibly do that revolves around death, which is your go-to for solving a problem.
Well, I'm... Okay, new plan then. Rowan, I'm going to need you to do something that is very difficult for you right now. I'm going to need you to trust me.
I need you to die. Just one
I
little
need
bit.
you to, and stay with me here, almost die for me.
Hang on, I didn't hear everything.
What I'm going to do is
It's
this.
from Dragon Ball.
This is what I'm going to do. I am going to slow your heartbeat to 1 beat per day
Oh my god. Oh my
at
god.
sunrise.
What is the spell?
This is slow. This lets me basically slow down time.
No, but that doesn't last for so long, does it?
I know, but that's the plan. The plan is I'm going to go with false life. Hopefully it will give her a deathly appearance.
Oh my god. This is interesting. Okay.
Well,
Ooh.
I got a plan.
what?
I don't want to know your plan.
Why don't we find a corpse and then we dress it up like Rowan?
Because I can't make corpses look like other people, can I?
But
No,
Rowan
but
can
Rowan
with her
can.
disguise kit.
You up for that?
Well,
Bit of grave digging?
Jesus.
Can't say I've ever done it before, but
There's a graveyard.
yeah, there's also a city watch, which is probably on the enemy payroll.
yes, and we wouldn't really do to desecrate a body in the name of not getting caught. I would.
I've got a plan.
Let's kill him.
What if we wait until they're here and then I jump on Rowan
Actually,
as a bear
Yeah,
and
that's
pretend?
I've got something in mind for that.
Fate, and
We'll
they're
wait
like,
till
oh
they
no,
arrive, and I'll kill her in front
a
of them.
bear.
Yeah, do it. Feign death or something. Feign death.
I don't know feign death. I know false life,
No, but you. Oh, okay. What's false
and I
life?
can use slow.
I don't know whether slow.
Isn't false life just 1d4 temp hit points?
Yeah, it's a buff, but I can't put her to sleep. I've
No,
got
but
slow.
You can look. You can learn feign death or you can write it in, can't you? In the time that we wait.
If he has a scroll,
DM?
yes.
Oh.
I've probably got enough materials for the scroll. So yeah, let's do that. I'll feign death. Yeah.
Okay, I
Toruh,
trust you.
To pick up some flowers and a coffin.
And some flowers.
Yes,
Well,
because I'm going full out with this deceit, and I think if we're going to put Rowan on a coffin, I think she'd like some flowers.
I've got enough spare. I've got enough spare wood to make a coffin.
Jesus.
That'll do.
Oh my
Could
god.
probably make flowers.
And I can use my disguise to make some fake injuries or something.
And Rhiannon, you can cook. You can make some tea.
Yeah.
And actually, Rhiannon, I have a very important job for you.
And I can mend things. Like this
I need
broken
you to
tea.
get lots to go and commune with nature and gather as many crows as you can.
Shit. Alright.
This is absolutely a job you can be doing. I mean, yeah,
This
this
is
is
stage
very
dressing.
marshy. You can absolutely get some crows here. You may
You
be
need
able
3 bowls
Picture
of water.
Rihanna going out in the woods going, "Ayo, crows!
pretty much.
Yo,
you
bro.
wanna make some work? You want some work?"
Yo, East City Crows fam.
We need a murderer on this murder.
I'll
You
do
got
it.
a rogue.
And my axe. Sorry.
That
I
line
could
never stops.
definitely get you some.
And my assassin.
Could probably try and find some
Shall we?
good.
God,
Alright.
this plan is not gonna work.
Let's
Let's
an
do
find a
it.
amazing plan.
fake
Let's
funeral.
do it.
Fake
There
funeral.
again.
You're gonna
Then
love
again.
Fake funeral.
Yeah.
Wouldn't them turning up to there being a funeral be awfully convenient?
Probably.
However, if we fake a crime scene,
That'll work.
Like I
or
said,
something a bit more
terror.
morbid,
Then the
Yeah, that'll
LA
work.
Noir guy comes up between the ranks. And
Down.
The Lion Morgan.
Damn
I
it,
mean, all we
Phelps.
need is a bit of fake blood everywhere. And a body.
Trace looks at the pigs.
No.
No!
Tom
They said
Sawyer faked his own death by splattering a piggy. It worked out well for him.
Trace goes down and buys himself a new pig.
Right. Anyway, we will actually leave this session here, as a plan is almost well conceived.
Almost.
And yeah, we'll pick up this
The key
social angst next session. Oh, bye bye.
Oh, fuck it.